Hi everyone, welcome to Masters of the Metaverse. It is Meta Monday. I'm James Durham. I will be your host and GM this evening. Hi. Joining me at the table, I have Jess Weaver, Luke Amundsen, Christian Doyle, Helen Roundhill, and Maggie Doyle.
It's us.
Masters of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is funded entirely by viewers like you. Check out our Patreon page now to see how you can support this show and other great shows like it. Speaking of other shows, Zoe Game Night this week will feature BattleTech for those people who are into that sort of game.
Why are we doing BattleTech on
Why are we
Zoe
doing
Game
BattleTech,
Night?
James?
Well, we're going to play some Super Ultimate Mega Death Ball, which is not to be confused with Mech Ball, Super Mech Ball, Ultimate Mech Ball, Ultimate Death, or Mega Death, which is a band.
I was going to say.
We will also be informally celebrating my birthday.
That's right.
Yay!
That was loud.
This-
Headphones.
Sorry, he's easily startled. It's his first year with friends.
So you guys should stop by if you like that sort of thing or some craziness, and it's going to be really, really crazy, I promise.
Bananas.
I also want to take a moment and thank some of our special Patreon backers today. Joel Dietz, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Joel.
Jeremy L. Huber, thank you.
Thanks,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
And Jason Straw, thank you.
Thank you,
Three
Jason.
J's.
Yes.
JJ.
And you know, in addition to thanking them, there's someone else I want to talk about here. This thing is called the Last Game Board, and actually, Christian is kind of an expert
Yeah,
on it.
I'm an aficionado. I'm following this Kickstarter pretty closely right now.
But, tell us a little about the Last Game Board, Christian.
So the Last Game Board is a new product that is being Kickstartered right now, and what it is a 16-inch digital game board that's like a tablet, except it has interactive pieces, and it displays the whole game board that you're doing. It's got tons of games already loaded into it, and basically it's going to change the way that we play all of our games here pretty much forever. It's going to be awesome. You'll be able to have all your character sheet stuff on your phone, roll the dice from that. It's gonna change everything. I'm really, really excited about it.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There
I'm
are some
I'm
great
having-
stuff in the little article on it, little RFID chips that can store all the information from your characters, so you can just, take it around everywhere with you.
Cool.
And then
You
you
never
just-
need to worry about paper character sheets again.
Yep, it's got everything stored on your game piece, basically.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, right.
We love you, paper, but we go through a lot of it, and this is going to
Yeah.
save us so much.
Yeah, tons
amazing.
and tons of paper
Save
and
the earth.
ink. Yes.
So there
And
you go.
yes, because people do like to roll dice, they actually have a feature for it. Actually, that's really cool. They have a dice cage with cameras built into it, so you can
Oh,
roll
what?
real dice in case I have to roll real dice because I'm playing the game.
not a problem.
Yeah, you can do it.
That's amazing.
Right there, dice cage has the cameras built in it. Scans your dice for you.
Yeah, I'm going to be covering this a lot over the next couple of weeks, so I mean that's just a taste of what
Pretty
the thing
cool.
can do. But yeah, I'm going to be
Nice.
talking about it on Table Takes. I've got friends now just writing stuff about it, so I'm excited about the product.
No, the printer will always be on the studio wish list.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't play every game yet, so but it
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
soon.
Do you guys know that Masters of the Metaverse happens to be the most interactive live stream RPG?
Yes.
The world.
It's a
I
claim
knew
that
it.
I have made myself very often, and I believe it's true.
And you know what that means? That means that you can control
Yeah.
and influence this game.
You?
Yes, you. Right there.
All right.
Yes.
Influence away.
And you too. And you. And you. And you over there too.
But not you. But you.
And you were there. And you were there. And you were there.
And how can you do that? Well, we have this great little store going on over there. It seems like there's still there's some things that have been purchased in that store so far, and a lot more that happens to be available there.
Mm-hmm.
And it also happens to be a great way if you want to communicate with the cast here in studio. You do a little donation, you can say something, make fun of them, troll them, give them something they need to help them, whatever suits you at the time. In addition to that, we also have these Patreon polls every week where they get to vote and pick their favorites, which is never me.
I got one.
No.
That one doesn't.
All your pens are belong to
Christian needs all of them.
But
There you go.
you guys want to hear the results?
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, for Luke, you get plus 10 hit points and plus 5.
I'm writing a waffle.
Sure roll.
Oh.
Hopefully he'll be done by the
I
end of the
gave
show.
up the pen with no eraser for a pen with no lead.
It's a pencil, not a pen.
I'm smart.
Which would explain why it has no.
That's some serious monkey paw nonsense there, man. You can't have that.
I had to
Sorry,
break
I
it.
don't mean to distract.
I'm also gonna eat your food.
Hey, Christian, you get plus 20 health and plus 6 to a roll.
Hey,
Wow,
all
that's
right.
Alan, you get plus 10 health and plus 4 to a roll.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Jess, you get plus 30 health and plus 4 to a roll.
Oh, thank you. I might get hurt.
And Maggie, you get plus 20 health and plus 7 to a roll.
Nice.
Sweet.
And I get 10 and 3.
Oh, what was that?
Nothing. We'll just,
In which
just
direction
roll
does
with
that go? I worry if we give you too many roll points.
Yeah, you never know. Hey, how about some credits?
Ooh,
A
credits.
group of strangers was brought together through blackmail, lies, and advertising campaigns. They became metapilots, people capable of traveling to strange new places called metaverses and inhabiting the remarkable people known as avatars who lived within. At first, it was just a game, but it soon became a struggle for all reality. Betrayed by an entity that they once trusted, the one known as Tom, these metapilots slayed a would-be immortal, healed a broken world, and saved the entirety of the metaverse. But now, they must answer for their deeds. The metaverse sends you where you need to be. But where are they?
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the metaverse.
Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We got some ground to cover today, so we better get started.
No, first things first.
Don't say I never gave you anything. Hashtag crash buff.
You got something.
Yay!
I know, we don't know who it's from.
It's
Just
from the stranger.
Huh.
Which is funny because I've been sitting on my hand for like 15 minutes and I'm pretty sure it didn't donate anything.
You might want to double check.
Your hand is just that good.
I've often
The
said the
hand
same
that
thing.
keeps on giving.
So let's start with back when you guys were arriving in Colesium.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
everyone
this
but Miss
is-
Andi James, of course. Your arrival was in the perpetual orange glow of the unchanging sky to a city of incredible diversity in its construction, layout, and peoples. Ancient beside modern, across the street from something futuristic. Thousands of species, beings, and creatures speaking a multitude of languages, all to the backdrop of quiet desperation. There is a sinister malevolence here, a darkness at the edge of everything. Or maybe that's just a feeling, getting out of prison and all that. Zenda kept you to the less traveled backways and side streets, intentionally avoiding as many of the city's inhabitants as possible. Which, if half of what he told you about the place is true, was probably for the best. Pilots and countless other beings are bought and sold here like livestock, trafficked across the metaverse. Colesium seems to be a little more than a vast metaversal black market, coupled with the most indulgent and wicked of sinful entertainments. Perhaps there's more to it, but if so, you've yet to see it.
So I'm basically not allowed to go anywhere.
Buddy
That's
system.
what you're saying.
Buddy system.
Leading you into the heart of the city,
Buddy system gets you like twice as
closer to the vast arena-like structure ringed with towers in the middle, Zenda seemed rather set on a destination. which was far beneath the towering buildings, hidden in wretched and dark catacombs underground, deeper and deeper until you reached what could only be called a secret lair. I mean, it was a secret lair.
I am so glad there was a secret layer down there.
Centuries of dust lined everything, which was quite a lot. Living quarters, a gym and training area, a library. I think someone had spent an extensive amount of time down here. And there was also an operations room with computers and monitors and other equipment on it, which Zenda quickly went to getting back online. Now that the systems are back online and we are secure, let's talk. We have a job to do. For now, I'm hoping that you'll listen and do what I ask of you and at least try. For now. First, don't leave here.
Ever?
The city is not safe, not for anyone, but especially not for metapilots. In addition, if you are seen, you might compromise our ability to get close to Antonius before we can bring him down. I'll be bringing food and supplies shortly before I return to Mr. Wells and prepare the bunker for the others. In the meantime, I would like you to use this operations center's surveillance feeds of the city to acclimate yourselves, learn as much as you can, and most importantly, be on the lookout for this woman. He pulls up a picture on one of the computer monitors. The two of you recognize Wendy Gates, but not the same Wendy Gates that you recognize. She's a little darker outfit, straight long hair, sunglasses, very sinister looking. This is
ponytail ever.
This is Lady
Ever.
Gwen,
Ever.
the right-hand voice and only access point to Antonius Basilisk. She can appear anywhere where she desires. I haven't figured out exactly how yet. Keep a lookout for her, and any of her sightings are to be completely documented. Where, when, if you saw her anywhere else, anyone she spoke to, anywhere she went in. Any minor detail could be important. The grand tournament is coming soon, so I want you to watch the fights. There's going to be a lot of competition for these 16 spots, and knowing how it works is going to be a great benefit in our operation in the future. After I've dropped the supplies off here, I should return within 4 days. If I have not, I will leave Mr. Maxwell the location of a dead drop site. Check there for a report, and if you haven't seen me, report anything you found of consequence.
Can I also do some spy stuff?
Watch the monitors,
Okay.
Mr. Jackson. And remember, this place is extremely dangerous for you, and if you are caught, not only will you risk your own life, but the lives of all of your friends.
Duly noted.
Please be careful.
Okay.
And so the days dragged on. The place was neat enough.
Hope this helps a bit. Hashtag MetaPointX10.
Oh, that is amazing.
Wow.
Yes, that will help.
Well.
Yes, it will. Thank you.
Get me in a pod right now.
Also, hi, Mom.
And so the days
That was
dragged
from your
on.
mom?
No, but my mom's in chat.
Oh,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
The place was neat enough. The food was canned and terrible. And while you couldn't decipher the languages being used by all the people and all the billboards and holographic ads through the surveillance gear, you got the gist of things fairly quickly. I mean, body language does convey a lot, and there's context. Even without words, there's something to be learned, and even picking up a few little bits of words from different languages here and there, like that must clearly mean that, as it was very obvious. Pilots owned by others are sent to fight. Most of the time it ends in death or horrible injury for one of the competitors. There is rampant gambling on the events, and the owners of said pilots seem to come to some sort of agreement for stakes before each fight. Again, the language barrier makes things difficult, but you learn a lot through observation. A great many of these meta pilots seem less than enthused about the whole idea.
Is it because they are slaves?
And many of them bear the marks of unfavorable treatment. But then you've also seen what you would probably call like the upper card or bigger fights, and these pilots seem to be treated rather well, like prized pets or possessions, lavished with gifts.
They die less often in combat.
Yeah, I've seen Conan.
But the stakes also appear to be a lot higher in these upper card fights. And you've also learned some interesting facts about these fights and pilots as well. Many of the lower card pilots aren't exactly what you'd consider powerful. I mean, in meta pilot speaks. In fact, that even up into the higher card fighters, the majority of what you see appears to be on the rather mundane end of stuff that you've caught off in the metaverse for yourselves. I mean, there's great fighting skills, of course, unnatural speed, strength, durability, even a few that could fly around.
Neato.
Ooh.
But
I used
not
to be
so
able to
much of
fly.
the really fantastic stuff that you used to see. Not even a single use of sorcery or magic or anything of the sort. Nothing. And there were absolutely no sightings of Lady Gwen to document the entire time you were on surveillance. And little else of note until after Wyatt's trip to the dead drop. Halfway into day 6, watching some of the smaller scale fights, they were introducing a new fighter, and you absolutely swear, it was a muscled out, super fit looking brony.
No.
Impossible, but it was the spitting image, except like, this is Sparta brony.
No.
Wow.
Seeing Robert Munson with a six-pack is frightening.
What? What?
And on day 7,
Did they have a shirt on?
no,
Bro,
very shirtless.
My Little Pony meets He-Man.
Oh, what?
Crash, we are the Metaverse. We are your father. We are here to remind you that you forgot to take out the trash, mow the lawn, paint the house, walk the dog, wash the car, give the cat a bath, and help me TP Rhodes' house for never giving out candy to small children on Halloween. Hashtag hack attack.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I like Haka Talks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
I would like to use a herkaturk.
On day 7, Zenda has returned. You awaken in the morning to find you're not alone.
I hug him.
Zenda and Andy James are setting out cans for breakfast, and you can smell real coffee.
Hi, Andy James.
Real coffee. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
As you're cracking open the cans of food, a note falls out of the top that Zenda opens.
Oh, that's like one of those Pepsis with the dollars in it. You don't remember those?
He unfolds the note, and on it reads, "Check the basement, doors in the back left, us."
I've been all over this place, and that's just not true.
There is, in fact, a door there.
Oh, never mind. Yes, it is.
How you missed it this whole week is beyond you. You swear that door wasn't there.
That door wasn't there.
I'm with you on this, actually.
Behind the door, there's a set of steps that go up to a room. There's a table right beside the door. And in the room, under a bunch of dust cloths, are a variety of mechanical devices. 6 of them that look like metapods, but really fancy-looking ones compared to anything you've seen before.
We better get to smashing these. I'm kidding.
And there's a bunch of other devices, and Zenda has flipped out and is run in among them and is examining these devices and muttering to himself. On the table, there's a note. There are 4 letters in envelopes next to it. Each of your names is on one of these envelopes.
Ooh.
Next to that, there's also a handsome black velvet jewelry box, an impressive leather-bound book with a lock on it. The key is in the lock, and in gold writing on the front, it says, "The Legend of Ronald Gabriel Zenda."
The legend.
I don't know if I want to read that.
There's a blacksmith hammer leaning up against one of the walls. Flipping open the book, you can see it's an illustrated chronicle of somebody's life, drawn and written in the most heroic fantasy tale fashion that could possibly be done. And the last chapter is actually blank. The velvet box contains a small gold locket with the words "In loving memory" engraved on the back, and miniature portraits of a man and woman you don't recognize. They're very pirate-looking, like Renaissance-type garb on them. The note reads, "You've always lived the life of others, looking for a legend grand enough to live on past you, but you didn't stop to realize that. Along the way, you'd forged your own. And here it is, just for you, the legend of Ronald Gabriel Zenda. The last chapter is blank, as you've yet to write it. We're looking forward to seeing what you come up with. We're listening. Just ask if you need anything, friends from the Metaverse."
Ronald Gabriel Zenda, do you know Mary Poppins?
I do not.
I think you might.
So, this is going to sound really strange, but when I was coming out of the last Metaverse, I kind of stopped or stalled in the middle, and not at a perceptible amount of time because I came out of my metapod at the same time everyone else did, but There were voices talking to me in that time period. I know this sounds insane.
Not like the other two voices that you talk to you all the time already?
No, they said they'd watch us and they help. And they asked what they could do to help, so I gave them an impossible list of technology which is in this room right now, including those 4 devices which don't exist outside of my theoretical design.
You should say thank you then.
How about we just send it all back? No one's ever helped us in the Metaverse.
We should send it back, you know, to wherever it came from. Is there a return address? Quick, let's look. No.
No, but there's these letters. Here, that one has your name on
I
it.
was gonna say, where's mine?
That seems to be for you.
I have a letter. I don't know. What can you say?
The letters are strange, but we both had experience with those already.
This is a hack attack for those of you who.
It was 2 of them going on at once, actually.
Yeah.
There are 2 hack attacks.
That's a very nice letter from somebody I don't know. Where you guys have the same ones?
Yes.
Do they say Dear Crash? Because if they do, those might be for me.
Nope.
From a Monday, though. Same person for you?
No, I got mine from a milkshake.
That was one of the voices talking to me.
Oh.
Yeah, mine's from
Mine
Monday.
was also from Milkshake.
Mine
Mine's
is
from
inviting
Monday.
me to the yard with several other boys.
And
Does
they're
anyone,
like,
does anyone know
they're
what
like,
that's about?
It's better than you?
I believe it was a strawberry milkshake. That's the only thing that will bring all the boys to the yard.
I was
and all
gonna
of the
say,
answers,
is his
too.
better than yours?
Damn right.
No one's is better. Ooh, we're gonna fight.
And so this is the first time that you had heard from...
They said they've been watching us, that they help.
How many of them were there? 5?
Lots.
6?
I don't know.
7?
They seem to be many and one at the same time.
8?
I'm sorry, Mr.
I'm just going to spoil this for you. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Don't stop on a prime number.
Sorry, that was very inconsiderate of me. 23.
What the guy?
It doesn't matter because
Probably why you went to prison.
with these things,
true. My
we can
abuse
do
of
the
crimes.
impossible. And that's the trick of it.
And in this case, that would be...
Antonius has a gate to a metaverse hidden away. A metaverse with no other access point.
Cool.
And while I'm not sure who, what, or why he is hiding it, there has to be something there, otherwise he wouldn't be hiding it.
Well, how do you know it's real? How do you know it exists?
Is that why we have to go fighting in the tournament so we can get in there?
Not exactly.
Awesome. That
So
seems
I know
hard.
it's asking for a needle in a haystack, but I think it's the best place to start, this metaverse. Now, this city is always under massive surveillance, which is one reason why I chose this location besides Rhodes telling me where it was. We are directly beneath one of these permanent gates. Now, theoretically, this should mask our energy signature from the metapods, so they won't know we're traveling the metaverse. Now, onto that. Well, what I'm attempting...
So we're traveling the metaverse then?
...has never been done. To my knowledge, and most metaversal theory experts would tell you it's impossible. I disagree, improbable, yes, but not impossible. Nothing is impossible. I intend to navigate the space between spaces in order to get you into this hidden metaverse. It's sort of like making a hairpin turn at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Oh, so easy then.
Yeah, one thing
I used
would
to be able to
warn-
do that.
Yeah.
I would warn you about.
I used to be able to
We've
do
been
lots
to
of
some
stuff.
spaces between metaverse spaces, and it was very not good. Just
Who did you
throwing it
bond?
out there.
Wait, what?
We
Space
did.
between space?
Yeah, you know, metaverse that's not a metaverse with the soul-eating children reaper.
Oh, is that the harvester one that they talked about?
Harvester.
Yeah, that
wasn't
wasn't much fun.
Ooh.
So, all I'm saying is,
And it didn't
I
really
was
help
just
or do
thinking
anything.
about that.
Again, I am getting to this specific.
Technically,
metaverse.
Arena is like that a little. Andy, James, who did you bond?
How can you tell?
You can always tell. You got juice. I
did.
see your juice.
You can blame it on my juice, but I bonded with a faintly inappropriate space pirate, so I have a lot of thoughts.
Piracy is wonderful.
It is fantastic, almost as good apparently as spirits, which is a new follicular fascination. Hi, you. In addition, I bonded with possibly a demon. Probably, definitely a demon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. I have never felt quite so hellishly inclined, but I'm enjoying it deep in recesses I didn't know I had.
I want recesses. That's like when you go play kickball, right?
No. Yes.
I'm kidding. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Balls might be in. Damn it.
Is it making you think dirty thoughts? That would be really funny if it was, because you always say really dirty things.
I know, but now I mean that.
Gross.
Oh dear.
I want to be a demon.
So we're going to put these devices together so I can send you into this very specific metaverse. This one is keeping secret. Now, you could be looking for anything. It could be something completely obvious. It could be something hidden. I really don't know. But this is a definitive lead. There is no other reason for him to take such pains to hide this location, unless there is something there. So look around where you're there. Look for anything it could be. Anything. Any reason he might keep it sealed off, keep it secret, hide something now. It really, truly could be anything. I'm sorry to say.
We're going to Lord of the Rings, aren't we? Are we going to Lord of the Rings? We're going to Lord of the Rings. This is going to be so fucking awesome.
Meanwhile, I will prepare the second phase of the
for
plan
everyone.
from the outside. Oh, and by the way, I found and rescued Dr. Clarkson. She's back with the others.
Oh, good. I did not know she was missing.
Yes, that will tie into some things later. That was a definite complication. For now, focus on the task.
Does Brony Robbins have a six-pack?
The last time I saw him, no.
And I don't mean Mountain Dew. I mean like abs for days.
I'm
For
sorry.
days.
I saw him on TV fighting.
You what?
We thought we
And he
saw
is
someone.
ripped AF.
He's fighting.
I think so. He's definitely taking off his shirt and oiling his chest.
No, let's see that it looked like him, but it totally didn't look like him. But it looked exactly like
The
him.
smirk was nearly identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of things were very different too.
Yeah,
was
like
the
his
sense of
nipples. It
humor
looks like they
like?
shrunk.
What did he say? What happened when he
If
opened
it seems
his
like
mouth?
we could riff off of each other for days, it was definitely him.
He was fighting. He wasn't talking.
Where was he holding the sword?
Just above his belt buckle at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah,
my
see,
God, it's
because that's what
him.
I'm saying.
Now, in order to get into this metaverse, we're going to have to do some modifications to this equipment. Who would like to assist me?
What am I doing?
What do we have to modify? Why do we have to modify?
Building montage takes place.
Awesome.
Building montage.
It becomes pretty clear through building this stuff that Zenda actually knows his shit. It also becomes clear that he either takes it for granted or is completely ignorant of his own knowledge level. Just like skipping over things and treating them like they're insignificant and just going past them.
So you're like a legit mechanic then, right?
I sometimes make things, well, I always make things work.
So
Then,
if
yeah.
we survive this, hypothetically, back in my verse, I have a really shitty car that I would really like to run again. Not the time. I understand. Okay. Sorry.
It also becomes
I can
clear
fix a
during
car.
the sweaty work that the metal on Zenda's arm has grown further up into his body. You can see little like veins of it on the chest.
Oh, buddy, that's
and
gonna
up into
eat
the
you
neck.
dead.
You also notice something else during the day of labor. Not once does that pirate personality you've run into come out. at all.
Interesting.
In fact, aside from the work, Zenda's really quiet. He doesn't run his mouth like you're used to.
Well, then he's going to be annoyed as shit by me.
Nothing.
Because I'm going to ask him what everything does.
What you doing now?
And what's that called? What's it do?
Are we there yet?
He
Are we done
continues to
yet?
explain everything to you. He
Good,
never
because I
stops
don't
the
stop
whole
asking.
process.
I'm learning.
Never slows down one bit and never seems to get annoyed by it. Finally, after 2.5 days, the work is complete and the pods are up and running. Now, I don't know for sure that this will work. Theoretically, it should work. But that could be consequences.
Whatever, let's
Hairpin
go.
turn at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I just instantly get in the pod.
Let's go.
I hope I get to be an Aragorn.
How many are there?
Who doesn't want to be
There
an
are 6
Aragorn?
pods.
There are
so
6.
I just want the
Okay.
chin.
I won't be joining you. I need to monitor you from outside. If something happens, I need to find a way to get you back out.
Okay.
That
You
sounds
ready,
great to
everybody?
me.
Let's get naked.
You don't have to.
Never mind.
Too late.
Okay.
Well, then, I can't unsee that.
Beards.
Into the
everywhere.
pods. The white light surrounds you, but it is different this time. Rather than just being someplace, you have a distinct feeling of motion this time. And it is extremely unpleasant.
Motion or
Yeah, like
emotion?
moving. Motion.
Oh, okay, moving.
Like usually you're just there and then
Yeah.
you're somewhere else. You
What
feel
happens
like
if
you're
you puke
moving.
in the in-between?
And you really do feel like puking, but
Comes
you're not
back
sure you
around and hits you
can
in the face.
puke in the current state of matter that you are. And then into the metaverse. System shock, everybody. Where's our sliders?
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't
What did we
know.
do?
Where are sliders?
I got some.
Oh, look. There's
Yay.
sliders.
Okay, good.
No, so uncomfortable.
We grab
Tell
the
me
little
who I
boxes
am
so our
right
folks
now.
at home can watch and see.
Ah, yes.
Mine.
Here are little devices to raise them up off the.
Thank you.
High tech. High tech. Oh, I'm a fairy.
6 of 1.
4. We need one more of those boxes to boost.
Oh.
Should be over here.
Whoops. Oh no.
Oh, Sliders, I've missed you.
I know, it's been a second. Has that one inside? Oh, there we go.
Ah, there we are.
Man.
So let's start over here on your side of the table.
Because
Mr.
no,
Maxwell.
that way. So Maggie's in.
Okay.
We are going to put you
'Cause
one
Maggie's
away
can
from
barely-
pilot.
Here, that one's yours. This is.
Mr. Jackson will be
Oh,
going
yeah.
full
3.
avatar.
No, that way, more. There you go.
Okay. Right there.
No, this way.
Can you see?
And then
Does
Maggie's.
it
Miss James, you will
Yes?
be one away from avatar.
No. Yes. Great. Thank you.
Is that good?
It might be.
Maddox, you will be full avatar.
Full avatar. Is that here? Yes. A. Full avatar. Wonder what they are. Avatar.
And Rosie is going to be full pilot.
Okay. I'm moving your stuff, Rosie. Thank you. Is that right? Yeah, except I'm blocking them. We're at a traffic jam.
Right.
Perfect.
There,
we
that's
go.
good, right?
Just enough
We can
to
see
see
all
everything.
3 of them. Okay, cool. If I didn't have so much food in front of me, but
I know.
Where to begin?
need the food.
But
Well, let's
so
see.
much hydration.
Let me tell you a little bit about this metaverse. It is both a lot alike and very different from our own. Civilization has progressed at a relatively similar rate, with many of the same struggles and triumphs all of you are familiar with from history. So I suppose we should focus on the differences, right?
Yeah.
In this metaverse, the gods are real, and always have been.
Okay.
They walk among mortal men, leading, demanding, ruling, and subjecting the people to their will. And so it has been since the dawn of time. With the rise of new religions rose new gods, and as their popularity grew or fell, their strength too rose and fell. Many years ago, during the time of great troubles, when gods warred upon each other and forced their mortal servants to bleed and die in their service, an alliance was formed. This alliance began the War of Unification. It was long, bloody, and at its climax, the inner circle turned upon and betrayed those among them deemed unfit to rule in the new kingdom. A rebellion was born. Throughout this, those among mortal men had long grown tired of the fickle nature of the gods, and some turned to darker and more desperate methods. The Humans First League, first formed in the 1960s as a protest movement, is now little more than a terrorist organization. Collateral damage is more than acceptable to the Humans First League, as they proved 13 years ago during a great battle between leaders of the rebellion and forces of the Unified Alliance. A nuclear weapon was used by the terrorist group, resulting in the deaths of 600,000 innocent civilians and making the majority of Denver uninhabitable.
Denver.
In the climactic battle between the surviving gods, Vulcan unleashed his full might, rupturing the very fabric of the earth and shifting the plates beneath, reactivating every dormant volcano in the American Rockies.
That's a problem.
The death toll was monumental. Many gods fell that day. But for the gods of this world, death is not the end. No, for when the gods of this realm are merely killed, they're born again into an unknown vessel, in a world that won't recognize them as any different from any other child until their 13th birthday. In this metaverse, to defeat a god, more drastic measures than death are required. So let's begin our story. Today, October the 14th in the year 2019, in a suburb of Akron, Ohio.
Yay!
It's always Ohio. Why is it always Ohio?
We like Ohio.
God, no, we don't.
Let's start at the home of young Brock Assadeus. Tomorrow is his 13th birthday.
Oh, sweet.
He doesn't know it yet, but it's going to be a very big day. Just not the day he planned on. Sort of like today. Having secret police knock on the door at 5 a.m. isn't what anyone plans on happening, really. Neither Brock or his parents expected him to be dragged out of the home in his pajamas and thrown in a car, taken away to who knows where. It isn't like Brock was a troublemaker, captain of the junior high school football team, second-string all-state quarterback, a slight he does not overlook, most popular guy in school, and a veritable Casanova with any gender of any classmate. While not the brightest boy in his school, Brock did manage well enough in academics. And outside of school, why, it was teenage love and football.
Aww.
So it was no wonder both Brock and his parents were terrified and baffled by their unplanned morning. Equally so across Akron in yet another suburb where young Gregory Aarons was dragged from his home. Coincidentally, his birthday also happens to be tomorrow. His family, parents, two sisters were all equally distraught and confused. Less surprised by the knock at the door, but still concerned nonetheless, were the parents of Tricia Adisev. Tricia was always getting into trouble, and it's why she was going to spend her birthday grounded. Instead, it looks like she'll be spending it somewhere else. Now, the story that morning for Helena Abaddon was a different matter altogether. Helena was in a juvenile detention center, you see.
Yeah, whatever.
Helena has
That
what
tracks.
the psychologist calls anger management issues. the sort that ends up in a classmate getting stabbed several times with a pair of scissors.
I didn't do it.
And when they came to collect Helena, she decided that she would remain uncooperative. 4 extra secret police later and a trip to the hospital for 2 of them, they finally had her loaded up and off to, well, no one really knows where they took them. By mid-morning, it was all over the news. Hundreds of children from all over the Unified Alliance, all taken. All with tomorrow for a birthday. The signs were clear. At least one of these children was a reborn god. And not just any god, but one of the rebels.
But who is it?
The public outcry was immediate, loud, and ignored. Between the secret police and the chosen, those descended from the blood of gods and mortals, there's really little that the public can do. And so we find these young children in a detention camp. But these 4 are not alone, for they have the company of metapilots. Where is Andi James, you ask? I'll get to that. Be patient.
Refreshing her teeth.
The 4 of you are together in a room. It's a little more than a box with 2 benches and 4 sleeping mats, with a single stall toilet in the back with a sink built on top of it, lacking even a door. The quick among you notice that your last names are alphabetical, and that's probably why the 4 of you are sharing a cell together. One of your 4 is still in a white straitjacket with bloodstains on it.
Oh no.
Well, this will be fun.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh. Why did it have to be you, bro? That's not even fair.
Well, you know, life so seldom is.
Great. Great. Get locked up on my birthday, and I get to share a cell with the Nerd Squad and a Psycho. It's fantastic.
Right,
news.
alright, so you know who I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They don't know, right?
No.
Cool.
Well,
We're
at least
gonna-
not as far as I know.
Right.
You are such a dork.
So let's break out of here and then get to work. And maybe they'll just like catch up later.
What, nerd? Sorry. It's gonna take me a minute to get into this.
I'm full pilot. So.
You do that, I'm gonna go grab some tea. This is amusing. Please.
Right,
please.
like we have a mission, let's just go do it and complete it so they can send us on another one.
Yeah.
Wait,
are you
let's
saying you know how to get out?
let's do our mission. Right? What are you guys talking about?
Right.
Is this like nerd code?
Shut up!
You are.
Shut up!
What?
As brilliant as this
No.
conversation is, I'm sure one of us can figure out how to break out. It's a stupid cell.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
Blood girl.
Like most 12-year-olds, we're just awesome at getting out of jail.
Well, one thing that I could use is my arms, so if anyone could unsnap the back of this straitjacket,
Right, all right,
I
here
would
you go.
appreciate
Okay, so
it.
yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, now that we're all nice and friendly together and no need to attack any of us, I'm all for getting out of here. Maybe slow down just a hair.
Dudes, there are literally guards everywhere.
So kill him.
I like you.
Thanks.
I don't like
What do you mean? What do you kill him with what? With our bare hands?
You should try it. I bet you're stronger than you think you are.
Let's not.
Yeah, I'm clearly the strongest person in this room because you are all weak little wimps.
Well, not that great at reading a secondary, but apart from that, certainly there's a certain.
While they're talking.
Don't you have something to go read or something, nerd?
While they're talking,
no, I
I'm
actually
like
know
taking
my plays
apart
already.
the straitjacket, and I'm trying to use the buckles and the zippers to like MacGyver some sort of like shank or whatever. I'm just using my straitjacket to like.
At first, when she's wearing it, seems like she's doing something that makes sense to you, making a lockpick. But
Right.
then it becomes very quickly that that's not a lockpick that she has in mind.
Okay, so while I appreciate the enthusiasm of jumping immediately into prison shanks, if we can perhaps, yes, if anyone can appreciate it, it's me.
Goody Two Shoes here? Really?
Yeah.
There's some stuff and things you're not privy to right now. You'll catch up. It'll be fine.
Great. Well, let me know what's happening as soon as it's okay for me to know, okay, guys?
Right, so we're gonna, step one, let's break out.
Yeah, I'm in.
Cool.
Okay, so by the
Cut
time
to outside of the holding facility.
Okay.
Tragedy. Daughter of Loki, agent of the rebellion. Pissed. You've had to wait 13 years. You've been assigned to this regional facility. Watch. Wait. If it looks like they gotta figure out who it is, or if they gotta manifest, or if you get a shot at them, snag them before the Alliance gets them. Assuming one of them is even here. I mean, Luck and you, really? They thought they could just randomly assign it to you and you would luck of the draw, get it?
Yes, thank you.
It's almost midnight when something finally happens. You see it before it happens, a terror attack. A car drives slowly up to the gated entrance. As the security guard steps out, they gun him down, and a passenger leaps out and triggers the gate. Ski mask with white paint on it. Humans First League. They're gonna, just as you think it, a box truck roars through the gate straight towards the complex, slamming into the front of it at more than 50 miles an hour. Then an explosion. Something big. A full load of ammonium nitrate, maybe? The whole front half of the building falls down. 2 more trucks of gunmen roar up, leaping out and opening fire on the staggering and injured guards exposed that somehow survived the explosion. That's when the earthquake starts. So much for a boring stakeout. Back inside. The whole room shakes and rumbles. Huge roar echoes from outside. The lights flicker and go out. Seconds later, you hear what could only be described as gunfire.
Rosie, you feel the touch of Phoebe on the back of your neck. She's a little worried about you. Wyatt, you've got a good hand lay on this, don't you? Hashtag Wyatt buff, hashtag Rosie buff.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So, quarterback dipshit is going to get himself killed at any second.
Yes.
I'm using my buff.
Thank
right
you.
now.
Thank you, and crash buff used,
This
gone
is-
to full pilot.
Yeah, this character can actually do things. So, that one has football as a
Yes.
skill, and that's it.
This is true. Brock has not a lot of talents. Football, he is very good at, though. Very, very good at. The whole room shakes as an earthquake hits. The rear of the cell busts open as the wall splits in half.
Oh, hell yeah.
A huge rent in the earth starting to open beneath you.
Oh, hell no.
At least it's a way out. Let's go.
Fleeing as the cell
heavens
collapses,
and hell
you
yes.
scramble up the rocky slope into the open air behind the facility. The whole building is coming down. People are screaming. There is gunfire and explosions. The whole ground is shaking. You are in the middle of a serious earthquake.
That is a deep dive. They were asking.
Yes.
That definitely counts as a deep dive. Crash is going to be really good at football after this, guys.
Picking up those always under-respected quarterbacking skills for the field.
But you know, it's important. Only made it to second string as All-State.
I got bumped out by a nerd. My grades weren't good enough, they said.
Wow.
Your reading of defenses isn't good enough. But again, that's fine.
Whereas your reads are on point.
Different people read different things well. It's fine. It's fine.
So we escaped. That's great.
You ran out the back of this facility. You can hear the gunfire going. Tragedy, you are out front and seeing all this craziness happen. And then out the back of the building, you see 4 kids running.
Just my luck. They'd be running away. I'm going to run after them.
You are in a van.
I am gonna drive after them.
Excellent.
15 points for the fastest.
That's me.
Is it? You
As
like
you guys
that?
are running, you get past a fence. The earthquake finally starts to subside, and a panel van pulls up right on the road in front of you. The door sliding open.
As if on cue.
You recognize the woman in the driver's seat. Tragedy, Loki's daughter, is one of the most wanted women in the world. She's a known terrorist.
Well, obviously.
Rebel against the Unified Alliance.
Merc, visually for me, it is the fraggin' wagon. I'm just throwing it out there.
Fraggin' wagon. Okay.
Look for me, they're all the fragging wagon.
All voiced by Matt Bansal. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Fair.
You pull up in front of these 4, and they're the only 4 that ran out of the building. You sure as hell hope one of them turns out to be one of the son of the bitches you're here for. Either that, or you just got saddled with 4 teenagers for nothing.
I literally, like, if that door opens, I just shoulder my way into there as quickly as possible.
All
and
right.
Start,
I'm gonna get
and
right
start pulling in people.
No.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
Everybody into the van?
Load
Or
'em up.
no?
No, I'm trying to run.
You're gonna keep trying to. All right.
I'm trying to run.
I'm
but
gonna chase
did
her,
you pull
pick
me
her up.
in?
Yeah.
Because he just said he pulled
You're
me
gonna try
in.
and pull-
So
all
before
right.
I could even say my
Yeah,
piece, I got
he
dragged
is
in.
Sorry.
a big
It's
boy,
okay. It's probably for the best.
and he's a rather big boy. But Brock is a large gentleman.
Don't touch me.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
And then I take the backmost position of the van and I kind of put my beanie down and I just like cross my arms.
Aww.
The van takes off, racing down the road. There are 3 Humvees roaring in behind you. They're going to try and ram you off the road. So let's get some initiative going, guys.
So yeah, they can try to ram me off the road. So
Are you driving?
no.
I am driving. Okay. Huh.
I swear I have rolled 17 for initiative like the past 4 times, I think.
Hey, you're just in a good spot there.
Is it good? I guess 17 likes me.
Yeah.
20.
20? Anybody else?
13.
Yeah, I said 17.
I got yours.
Okay.
19.
27. Wow.
Ooh.
I rolled crappy.
Of course, you in the lead in the driver's seat are going to be going first.
Okay. Can you describe the surrounds for me really quickly?
You are on a fairly rural road that is one of the few ways to access this detention center, which is northeast of Akron. That earthquake was really bad, so you're not really sure the condition of the roads are going to be after this, but there's already some severe damage there. There are 3 Humvees in pursuit. They do have weapons mounted on them, and these secret police are not known for their kindness.
Neat.
Mostly because being answerable to gods and the chosen of gods, that failure is death.
Alright.
Let's
So
shake
do you
frown
have any
upon, shall
weapons
we?
in here, lady?
Yeah,
Andy James. It's Andy James. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's why I got in the van.
Oh, no, I just saw the van and I got in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This
there in
explains a
fact
lot
is a
about you.
shotgun in the back, Crash.
Sweet.
apart from my Asgardian dagger, do I have any explosives? Or...
Wait, you have an Asgardian dagger and I'm a 13-year-old? This is bullshit.
Bringing the smoke wagon.
Do I have anything that
what's in the
explodes?
van?
Grenades,
Mostly
etc.?
surveillance equipment.
Mostly surveillance equipment. Well, we can.
You were here
we
for
can
a
check
spot and
out
scoop.
the. We can check out
You were here
how
for a spot
deep
and
in the
scoop.
shit
It wasn't
we are.
supposed to be a shootout.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
In fact, those are really frowned upon. The whole totally outnumbered, totally outgunned, no resources. It's the straight fight is usually not the approach of the
Yeah,
rebellion.
this is just my luck, though.
Yeah, it is just your luck, isn't
Okay.
it?
Great.
I hate
I
your
am
luck.
looking at. Driving's okay, so obviously that. But I'm also seeing demolitions on here, and I am wondering if there's a way that I can fishtail my ass into the side of something to block their path. Maybe a street light. I don't know.
Oh, that would do the driving. I would allow a driving test to offensively drive. I will totally
Okay.
allow that.
Perfect. And I'm going to use a meta point.
Ooh!
Whoa.
Okay. I didn't think about the ramifications of that, but here we are.
Ramification.
Because we're driving, we're gonna.
Oh, you're full avatar now, too. Okay.
Oh shit, that's right. I don't even decide what that means yet. Cool. All right. Oh,
That's a
that's
one.
a what?
Right,
Yeah.
the sword is a
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
That's
so
a 3.
I'm gonna beat that by what's driving? Yeah, I'm gonna beat that by 13.
13. That is a critical success. With a quick hairpin turn, you just kick
At
out
a
the
million
rear
miles
end
an hour?
and knock a light pole over, which hits a telephone pole and in the process creates this perfect little V blockade across the road.
Yeah.
Which the first Humvee just tries to power through it, and when it hits, just maybe really bad luck for that driver that day, but it hits that front end and does a flip through the air, clearing the van, going over the top of you, and crashing into the ditch. While the second
man.
two power through the busted up barricade.
And Elena's like,
pursuit.
that was awesome! What was that?
That was
Brittany,
most
buckle
impressive.
your seatbelt.
Yeah!
And yes, American football. Fair question.
Although Brock is awesome at both.
Too much cardio for me.
Brad, so where are you taking us?
Whose turn is it?
We just had
Did we
Andy go,
lost?
so next up.
Did we lose him? Was that all?
Yeah, there's 2 more.
There's 2 more. Okay.
Just so we can have some adult insight before the angry 13-year-old murders everyone because Hot Topic isn't open. Hashtag personality for Maddox.
One
One toward pilot, please.
And you're
I like
back.
Hot Topic.
Thank you.
And keep in mind, guys, you have a host of meta points
We
in
do,
your
yeah.
store, so don't hesitate to use them to put yourself where you want
Oh,
to be.
guys, what's up?
How's it going?
Hey,
and
hey,
in front,
hey! Oh my god!
Brock
Oh, wait,
just-
no, I don't
yeah,
recognize you
Brock
anymore.
actually
No,
just
I
smells
think
like
you
Axe
guys
body
do.
spray. He doesn't wear it. He just smells like
Where do
it.
you think they got the scent from?
Yeah.
Oh man.
The scent should be called Brock.
Instead, they went with Axe Dark.
Rock by Axe. Wow.
It's made of pheromones, guys.
Pheromone in a can.
Jesus.
Oh man. So, what's going on here?
Oh,
We're in a
Rosie.
van. Oh wow. That's
we're being chased. I
Got
think
it.
by bad guys. I assume by bad guys.
Cool.
Andy James is driving.
At the very
the
least, by
fuck is
guys who
Andy James?
are coming after us.
Nice. Okay, let's do this.
Rosie, it's on you.
It's on me. Cool. Hey, lady thing, person, human.
Busy
Tragedy.
driving? What do you want?
Right, do you need all the surveillance equipment?
I'd rather not lose it.
What about like half of it?
What? What are you gonna do?
I was gonna just chuck it out the back.
How deep are your pockets?
You gonna stop a van with like a camera? That's your
How
plan?
deep are your
If you throw it, and
pockets?
it could be an epic throw that goes through the windshield. It could be a final destination moment.
Oh, that log truck.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
It's a camera, not a log truck.
I would love for you to pick up
Do
some
you
of that
know how
surveillance
intense
equipment and
lenses
see how
get?
foolish that is.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna crawl. I'm gonna roll on a window. I'm gonna crawl outside of the window, and I'm gonna get on top of the van.
Nice.
All right, give me an athletics check, please, Rosie.
I will.
I swear to God, do not make me pull this van over.
Probably gonna
sports.
have to when she falls
Sports,
off and
sports.
gets to turn or
Sports
hit the
versus
brakes.
two.
Well,
Great,
then
that
let's
is
just
a
hope she's
7,
not a
so I
god.
beat it by 9.
You scramble out, and it's a little harder to do some of the things in this little body, but it's also a little easier to like
get the
get
window.
through the
Right,
window.
exactly.
You don't get caught up on stuff. But
Yeah.
The grip strength is definitely lacking in this form.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair.
I assume that was just my movement. I can still do
Yep,
something.
still doing stuff. I just wanted to make sure you didn't go flying off the car
I
when you
agree.
climbed out.
I want to try.
She's not going slow.
What is this Steve McQueen bullshit that you're doing, Rosie?
We have a mission. We just need to get in and get out and find the thing, and then we're done.
Not of the van.
I swear to God, if I get sued because your dumbass kills themselves.
Well, need a hashtag team up at some point, so this is a good start.
Hey.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I want to see if my sorcery works in this metaverse.
What are you going to try to do? Be very specific with me, please.
I'm just going to take all the tires off of one of the cars.
You want to take the tires off of one
Just
of the cars? All
make 'em
right.
disappear.
Well, you
Yeah,
go ahead and give me a sorcery roll,
I mean,
please.
it's on my sheet, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
what? You have.
Oh wait, but I'm full
But you're full
Pilot.
pilot, so
No,
you can
I
yeah,
can
you
use
can
it.
do it.
on my 8.
Go ahead and make that sorcery roll.
Oh, bad. That's 15.
15.
My sorcery is 14, but I have a +7 that I'm going to use right now.
You made it by 6.
Yep.
Made it by 6.
Thank you.
All right. Tragedy, you go ahead and take 10 health off, please, of yourself. Tragedy, take 10 health off. You feel part of your essence being drained. All 4 tires off of the lead Humvee fly off of it.
Excellent.
And
Why-
it begins
why?
riding
Why?
on its
Why?
steel wheels. You're not really sure. You just felt your life force get drained away.
Sorry,
I swear to God.
but not
The only
sorry.
person who's ever done that to you is mom/dad.
Oh.
And then I crawl back into the van.
I am not ready for a family reunion. I am not ready for a family reunion.
Always overrated.
I would have brushed my teeth
Well,
this
I
morning.
don't have a sorcery skill, but I do have a shoddy.
Her eyes have changed color when she climbs back into the van.
What color are your eyes? I don't care. I'm
They are a very deep green now. They were
I
not
am
that
not
color
ready.
before.
What were they before?
I am not ready for a family fucking union. This is not what I would. Never mind.
Right, I don't know what you're
Wyatt,
saying.
you're next.
Keep driving.
Okay, I would like to use a meta point, and I will go full pilot. I would like to interact, scope out all of the surveillance equipment that is there.
It's
Oh,
good
right.
stuff. High quality gear.
Yeah, so I am going to try and use that to try and interfere with and mess up any communications that they are getting in that second Humvee.
We definitely need a hashtag team up when dealing with gods.
Yeah, we do.
That's just
Thank
good
you.
sense.
Guys.
Someone might have to explain to me what that one is again.
team up?
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah,
no
no
worries.
problem. No problem.
Mr. and Mrs. Mom Dad.
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Mom Dad.
Delightful.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mr. and
So,
Mrs. Mom Dad.
you want to interfere with communications using
I
the
am
surveillance
swimming
equipment
in the
that's on board.
smallest
Is that
genetic
correct?
pool
Yes.
What I want you to do is I want you to give me a covert ops roll.
Mm-hmm. Beat it by 11.
Beat it by 11. And then go ahead and give me a streetwise roll to go with it.
That was a shiver.
Beat it by 6.
Beat it by 6. So the critical success on your covert ops, you are able to find right away the perfect equipment for interfering with radio signals. You know exactly what to use. You start putting some things together, and within a few moments you have a device up and running that you feel is going to be jamming any of the outgoing radio calls from anything in close proximity to you.
Great.
But that will also include everything in the car as well.
You, kid, what did you do?
You were right. This stuff is great.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Just keeping messages from
Would
going
it
in
have
and out
stopped
right
the
now.
van, though? That's the question.
No. Still need to stop him.
Okay, so he's talented. We won't kick you out of the car. All right.
Yeah, no, I think it's more like we won't kick you out of the car. Why don't you just keep driving?
I will turn this car around.
Rosie, that's Andy James. Be nice.
Well, it's not Andy James right now.
Yes, it is.
Fine.
Might not seem like it, but fair point.
Be a dick to us later.
Wanted a Humvee, but they gave me a van. I wanted a Humvee, but they gave me a van.
Whose turn is it?
We just did Wyatt, and we're doing Maddox now.
So what's going on? There's one more
There's
van.
still one Humvee in
It's a
pursuit.
Humvee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a military-grade Humvee.
I wonder if it can actually off-road.
Can we
They're terrible at it, actually.
So terrible, in fact, I'm going to spill my tea down my face. And my
how
shirt.
close
Yay! Maybe 15 or 20 yards behind. You're in the chase. I mean, it's right on your
15,
butt.
20 yards behind.
It is right on your butt.
Oh,
Okay,
yep, there it
can
goes.
we see how many people are in it?
Tinted windows, but there's a guy on the gun on the top, so at least one and a driver.
A gun on the top.
Yep, you've
and
seen him
one
before.
driving.
Congratulations.
At the very least, tinted windows, though. You can't tell. I mean, unless it's driving itself.
guys.
but
just tea.
self-driving cars aren't really a thing.
Mm-mm.
So,
So the only one we can see is the guy.
the only guy you can see is the guy on the top. You know, the
What
secret
kind of gun
police-
is that on top?
That's a 240 Golf. It's a 30 caliber machine gun.
Okay. Oh man, should I?
Should you what?
The answer is yes, just take care of the van.
Take care of the van or take over.
I'm literally
the
going to shoot it
Humvee.
in just a second, guys.
Oh, right, okay.
I know you really want to throw a camera at it or whatever.
I did.
Rosie, come on. Being angry is one thing, being the people you're angry at is another. Want to make a change? Be the person you want to be. Time to start building. Hashtag personality 1 toward avatar for Rosie.
Oh. Oh.
I love it.
Oh
Me too.
no. That.
It's so good.
That was good. That
Thank
was
you,
really
guys.
good. Thank you, Pete.
So I've definitely in my days of private security have taken down a couple fools. And I'm very tempted to ask you to slow down the van to pace him so I could just jump out the window towards the guy on the gun on top. You have a shotgun.
Yeah, you're unarmed. Maddox.
I understand.
And in the body of a
I'm unarmed.
13-year-old girl.
Yeah, well, she's very light. Oh man, I can't.
But she's
do
a
that.
Are you
13-year-old
strong enough
girl.
to jump out of a moving vehicle onto another one?
In my mind, yes.
When you entered my property, you became my problem. Do not do anything stupid. God damn.
Okay.
I found your shotgun.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Do you know how to shoot that thing?
Let's find out.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, fine.
Sorry,
what
Jesus.
I'm gonna do is I still have that little thing that I was
Yes,
making
you
in
do.
the jail from the stray jacket, and it
Yep.
kind of looked like a shank from all the buckles.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look around the van. Do I see a rubber band? Is there probably like a rubber band or something around
Sure,
on the van?
you find a rubber band. It's actually,
Awesome.
a hair tie. But
Because
same
if there's
difference.
one thing that Helena does know how to make is like little MacGyver weapons. So
I will
she's
give you a
going to-
scrunchie.
She's gonna grab a scrunchie. She's gonna take this shaft thing and just like in classic Maddox / 13-year-old form, I'm just gonna quick duck out the window and shoot my little stray jacket needle thing at the guy, hopefully aiming the gunner on top in his left eye, because that's my signature by now. I'm shooting that,
Oh.
I'm calling the shot.
Oh, old Left Eye Maddox was
Maddox is back. And now she's got a 13-year-old who's also probably equally as good as doing.
I mean, you
doing
are
stuff
trying
like
to kill a
this.
Humvee with a rubber band.
No, just the shooter. I'm just taking
driver.
down the gunner. Just
Yeah.
taking down the gunner.
This
so
is like
there's
the
just
fourth
the driver.
Die Hard movie, all about
Okay,
it.
so whose bad luck do I want to channel all my energy at? The shooter, I assume.
The thing is, you don't really control so much until people start screwing up around you.
I'm just saying, if I just focus on how much I want that shooter to take this little asshole out, he's toast.
Ooh.
Okay, alright, we'll think about it.
I'm gonna use 1, 2, 3 meta
You've
points.
spent many years experimenting with your bad luck with no success.
3 meta points.
3 meta points, all used.
Yeah, use those 8s, girl. You roll them 8s.
Okay, so then I'm gonna, take the scrunchie, got my stray jacket thingy.
Oh, by the way, Maddox, you just bonded an avatar. A 13-year-old
what?
girl. You just bonded a 13-year-old girl. That's your avatar. Helen Abaddon is your avatar. You
just
bonded
bonded her.
You just bonded Helen Abaddon, the 13-year-old girl.
Really?
Yep. You just bonded her.
Yay! Right?
Yes,
Yay! I'm angry!
And you can make shanks.
Yay!
It's a murder kid bond.
I think
You bought her to
I
Murder
think
Kid.
you just met your younger self.
My younger self.
You got in touch with your inner child.
There we go. This is not a coming of age story, right? A murderous hobo team. Not a couple.
Can you go ahead and give me an athletics roll for that ridiculous stunt involving a scrunchie and a homemade shift?
Ridiculous or radical?
Radical.
That was a 3 on 18.
You lean out the window, draw back with this scrunchie. He's in, the helmet, the
I
goggles
feel
that
like
all the
at
military
best
guys
you're
are.
going to annoy him.
He's getting ready, lining his shot up, and you fire the shank out. And at that present moment, he happens to have opened his mouth to breathe, and this thing flies right into his mouth as he's speeding behind you. And while it doesn't really do anything significant to him harm-wise, instead of him getting to shoot his machine gun this round, he's going to spend his round coughing and hacking up a piece of metal stuck in his throat.
Booyah.
Okay,
Cool.
so
Nice.
that luck
Taken
thing,
care of.
I would just like to point out, it worked this time.
Usually you do better when people screw up around you.
No, I understand that, but pretending like I have a say in this makes me feel better.
Crash Jackson,
Oh,
Here's you.
I'm gonna.
who is, of course, you also have bonded an
It's gonna be
avatar.
the
Oh,
main
nice. Hey, right on. I've got an avatar that I've bonded named Brock. How exciting for me! Just what I've always wanted, a jock named Brock.
The Jack Brack.
But that's okay. I can take care of him. It'll be fine. So I am since I'm full crash right now, I'm literally going to grab a hold of the sliding panel door, swing it open, and then swing myself outside with both of my feet still in the van, hold out the shotgun with one hand, and try and take out that right front tire, right as we're hopefully about to go around a corner.
Great. Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Another crash carapult.
Yeah, but I'm letting the shotgun and the weight of that vehicle do the work for me.
Fire away, sir.
Hopefully there's also an air cannon underneath it to help flip it over when we start shooting.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
I'm going for a full-on Fast and the Furious
Hell yeah.
stunt with a shotgun. I rolled a 7. My shooting is 16, so I beat it by
Beat it by 9, and that is pretty
Wow.
good. Swinging out the door like an action hero is this 13-year-old Brock. A big, burly, goofy-looking football guy, but wielding a shotgun like a guy born with a shotgun.
Leroy Jenkins!
fires away, and the shot hits, and rather than the movie moment that you see where the cars get hit and flip, it doesn't flip at all. The tire blows off, and it does this hop for a moment, and then really fast does an abrupt unintentional turn. And that unintentional turn with more inertia starts it spinning, and as it's passing in the distance behind you, getting smaller and smaller, it's still traveling forward, but over and over sideways.
I'm sure they're fine.
And by the time the second roll has gone through, you can't see the guy that was in the gun anymore. He either was ejected or had a less...
He either went up or down.
Yeah, less pleasant moment.
Excellent.
And for a moment, you can
apparently
breathe.
the Humvee driver drives like Larry.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not. And you have a moment to breathe.
Happy birthday.
Is it her birthday yet?
Only a couple hours away.
That's awesome.
Cool.
This was not my plan. I never wanted to be a parent.
I wanted to definitely shoot somebody
Hey.
before I was bar mitzvahed, so this is great.
Guess what? You're not our parent.
Well, I'm in charge of you for now.
Who are you?
Yes,
I mean,
that
other
would
than
be
Andy James,
very,
are you
very
supposed to be here like as your avatar, or are you like not supposed to be here and you're only here because you're Andy James?
Who is Andy James? First off, follow up. You have not seen this face?
Brock has, and he loves it. Nice face, girl.
Great. Perfect. Okay, so, apparently I'm in a car full of, people who have lived under rocks for the last 13 years. Great. Hi, Tragedy. Is my name, not what I'm calling you this time.
She's a famous criminal.
Right.
Thank you.
Loki's daughter.
Yes. It would be really nice to be able to make a name for myself aside from that, but that's just my luck.
Oh yeah, you got born a god. That's too bad.
Yeah, it really sucks to be you. Hey,
Hey,
what's
you know what? Who
Congratulations.
is on
You were born into
kindergarten
the
duty right
0.1%, I think.
I'm pretty sure you picked us up. We didn't, drive a car to pick us up.
So-
We
You did
are
that yourself.
colloquially
I can't
referred to as
drive.
the
I can't
chosen.
either.
All those of God blood and human blood mixed. They called him the chosen.
So,
We are.
Well,
No,
eventually,
that's what they called him. That's like the colloquial
hopefully,
term for it.
one
Cool.
of you will be the chosen, and I can be done with this.
meta point.
Meta point.
Possibly returning some friends of mine, but since they're trapped in your bodies, I don't know.
So, how old are you?
cool? Before
Brock,
this becomes really
old buddy, old pal, old friend of mine. Not the time.
What? It's a regular question. There's nothing wrong with asking a question.
What were you trying
One
to say?
does
curious.
not ask a
You talk.
lady her age, but old enough to know better. All right.
So you
Storm's coming.
were sent here. Storm's coming.
Oh yeah.
cool. So like, what's really awesome on this
Smell
planet
that?
like maybe
It's in
is
the air, buddy.
cool that like someone might want to like keep hidden?
Excuse me?
You know,
Right
like,
now, you are some of the hottest commodities on this planet.
Thank you.
Not.
I will end you.
I'm guessing like
I-
19.
Shut up, Brock. But like, come on, you're
I'm
a
just
god.
really
like,
quickly, I'm gonna use glamour here and make myself ancient. And maybe with some words. Something that this does not have a kink for.
yeah, because that'll
Girl,
get
I
the
am
image
12.
out of
It
his
all
head.
works for me.
That's fair.
He beat me to the
checks
punch
out.
on that one.
No.
Brock is in hormonal meltdown.
All right, so like one of us might be a god, cool. But like, what's an item? Like, do you have a special item on this planet that like gives you powers or like does something?
Lots of them.
Yeah, there's like
This
literally thousands of
lousy.
items that give you powers.
We are
I know, we're
lousy
supposed
with
to
it.
find, like, the
Thunderbolts. You want to cross.
Well,
you
something
want what do you want?
outside of necessarily the regular to do. But
Right.
within that, so it's clear that you don't particularly want to be here, but you're here for one of us potentially being someone.
Yeah, I was just supposed to pick one of you out, figure out who it's gonna be. Hopefully it's...
Storm's coming.
Yes.
You hear thunder in the distance.
Is there an outpost I can take them to?
The closest place is Black Ridge in the active.
Hey Brock, be sure to show Tragedy the beard you're growing
God
in.
damn it.
It's gonna be awesome. Hashtag clarity.
Just for the record, Tragedy does not have a thing for beards. That's an Andi thing. So right now we are safe.
Yeah, but he's also a 12-year-old boy, and if he has
He-
one hair,
he
he's gonna be
doesn't-
like, look, I'm a man.
He's probably got like the little peach fuzz mustache.
It's really coming in.
No, he doesn't because he has great facial features. It says he's very good looking. He would know. He would know to cut that off.
Oh, that peach fuzz. Oh, it's, oh.
He's kind of stupidly square jaw, handsome kid.
Oh. Okay, I don't like anything about any of this. I'm gonna use the Wyatt buff.
Mr. Maxwell, you have
You're
just
bonded.
bonded Gregory Aarons, the 13-year-old.
I see what you're doing, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be bonded to like teenagers at the end of this.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, does anyone know what's causing that? That
The
seems
storm?
way too coincidental after we just had a giant earthquake.
No, man, it's cool.
You don't think it could
Look,
be
I
related?
doubt that
Gods
very,
are
very
potentially
sincerely.
being born out of
Yeah.
your scrawny little asses. All right, so it's not surprising that it might be brought in by earthquakes and lightning and
So they
thunder
arrest-
and a rain of frogs.
So
and
they
it's not
arrested us
unusual.
because they thought that
Rivers
one of us
of
is going to be a
blood.
god, and that's why you're rescuing us. So you work
Well,
for the
I'm
gods.
sorry. Did you think I was just rescuing you because you're cute?
I thought you were rescuing us because you're Andy James, and we're supposed to be in a team.
Who the fuck is Andi James?
Just look inside yourself for 2 seconds, lady.
That's gonna be really
It's
tough
dark
for her.
and it's scary. and I
Have a
will
little
not.
self-awareness. You are like a level 5 meta pilot. You can do this. Trust me.
I'm a god. I don't need to.
You say so.
Okay,
Why are all
so
of my characters assholes?
Yeah, that's right. The important thing is you think I'm cute, right?
well, you do have a way about you.
Look,
Shut up, nerd.
I come from
I'm just
a
kidding. like,
non-discriminatory parent who fucked anything with 2 or possibly 4 legs. Maybe even snakes, giants, I don't know. I have learned from their mistakes.
What does that
Okay,
mean?
fun.
No 12-year-olds then?
No,
Just
no.
out of the question?
Just that's gonna, I don't
See,
yeah.
well, yeah, clearly you're not from a Greek god.
Oh, no.
Alien Knitter, you make
Aren't
a
they all
very good
turbos?
point.
Yeah, they are. There are a few outside and other pantheons as well, though. Loki was definitely known to make the beast with many backs.
Oh my god, that's my
Any
mom. Stop
fact.
talking about my mom like that.
Apologies, just
And
trying
your
to
dad.
explain. Just
And
trying
my
to explain so
dad.
we can keep up.
Ah!
My money's on the stabby one here becoming a god.
Well, that
Oh,
would seem
that's
about
safe.
par for the course,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I don't know.
Let's get that beard thing going. Andy 1 towards pilot. Hashtag personality. Also, no typos this time.
Wait, what? Wait, one toward pilot.
One,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
A little
Nice.
self-awareness for Andy James. And don't forget those meta points still in the store.
But don't worry, Brock's got no beard. You're safe.
It's got a couple of years before that grows in.
If you try to make out with your grandpa and a little kid within a 2-week period of time, I'm gonna lose my shit. We're canceling the show.
No. I would like to think that Andy has at least some self-control, even if Grace is not here right now. So I'm going to adjust my rear view mirror, weather conditions being what they are.
Behind you, the skies are clear. Ahead of you, the skies are getting
Shit.
dark.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I give up. Tragedy Locust here is annoying me and needs some more Andy. Also, GM Jams is why all your avatars are donkey holes. Hashtag personality.
Nailed it, Miss James.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Gods to the left of me, teenagers to the right. Here I am. All right. Fuck. All right.
That was well done.
Huh. I'm
Thank
not.
you, chat. Thank you.
Chat, you're dangerous. You're dangerous.
Oh, heart.
Hey Andy, lean into it. X2 hashtag personality toward pilot. And when you're ready to surface hashtag Andy buff.
Oh, okay.
You're all the way
All
pilot.
the way pilot, Andy James.
And Miss James, you just bonded yourself another avatar.
Forced Chat forced this upon you.
I love it. You just.
Andy James is now the misfortunate one.
Oh, why would you do that to me? I'm already not good at this.
That's
We
why.
all lifted together.
Well, I hate to.
We love watching the clown fail.
Yeah.
But I am
You are now fully in
not
control
you.
and at the wheel of this van,
Yeah,
Miss James.
you know who does not have driving skills?
Andy James does not have driving skills.
Not at all. Oh, that's right.
Yes. The road becomes increasingly rough. Oh, wait, no, it's not the road. It's the driver.
James,
Okay, scoot over.
James, I mean, most of us are, well, 3 of us are at least, or no, 2 of us. Oh my God, only 2 of us are in the middle here. Do we know anything about this ritual? Have we been told that's growing up like, oh yeah, like you need go into the heart of the storm and see what happens, or like
There's no
avoid it,
ritual, and it's very kept quiet.
Okay,
Very
okay,
kept
so there's
quiet
no
thing.
knowledge
The
about this
common
process.
knowledge is after 13 years they're born again.
Okay.
It could be anyone.
Do you want me to drive?
That clown has.
Yes,
They've spent
please.
many
Summon
years
demons.
trying to find ways
Yes.
to identify them early or
I can't.
That's a
summon
fair
demons,
point,
that
Ben.
is
It's a
correct.
fair point.
I'm driving now, and I know that with my experience,
You're driving?
yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, Maddox can drive quite
Just
well.
go over. Yeah.
Hey, stabby girl. Mm-hmm. Go as fast as you can in the heart of that storm.
Got it. Cool.
Oh, yes, do that.
1, 2.
I'm sorry. If I may, why?
And I won't
Shut up,
say,
nerd.
and I just press the gas, and I'm going.
Oh, man.
And you are accelerating down the road in the van, getting
Yeah,
closer and closer
you were
to
saying-
the storm.
You were saying?
Can we?
Maybe not drive into the heinous god storm?
Wait, hey, we're
I don't even know
Unfortunately,
what
the
that
radio's
is.
not working because he's jamming incoming and outgoing signals.
Can you fix that?
Oh, yes.
I need to
can
know
turn
what's
that right off.
happening. I need to know what's happening now that our
The news radio kicks on and immediately talks about humans first attacks all over the United. They're all over the country and all over outside of the country. Almost every single detention center that was holding children was attacked in an organized
Oh God.
this morning.
Crazy.
There
So,
are
are this the
thousands
people you're
dead.
with?
No, God, no. No. Sorry. So tragedy is trying to save. I mean, she talks a lot of shit, but like she's a god. She's with the gods, right? You know, and she.
How
was
old is she?
here-
About 116.
116 and never been.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my.
I don't want to know
Avatar's
where it is.
nature.
I do not want to
It's
know.
in my
where it is.
avatar's
Please don't tell me
nature.
where
It's
it
in
is.
your penis.
Okay.
I haven't even checked that out.
Look,
Don't-
Grace is right so close. Okay. We need to
Not
keep,
a locker room, bro.
Not okay.
Cool. If you want to like get out of the van, you can. But like, let's do this.
No, all right. So as far as I can tell, Tragedy is trying to rescue the gods, but since you four were the only ones that she was able to scoop up, I mean, there were hundreds of kids in that facility.
I think odds are probably good. It's one of us. We're all pilots and avatars.
That's
It just
true.
makes
Hey
sense.
Rosie, you need to make a new friend. Hashtag personality one toward avatar.
All right,
Cool.
thank you.
So what happened is chat found out that they could force bond people, and now we're all in trouble.
Psh, they can't force bond me.
That is the
That
stupidest
is
thing you've said
untrue.
today. They absolutely can do that.
Bet you can.
Merc, good point. All right.
Well, it isn't universal. This is one of those circumstances where absolutely they can force bond you. There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm just glad I
Some
wasn't
people
13.
You're just daring them to. They know. They see through you. You are transparent.
I mean,
aware.
maybe wait another hour or two, and then they can force bond to gods.
Also, because you're her mother and her father, if you hold on, that doesn't even make
The
sense.
gene pool gets so small.
This is such a muddy gene pool at this point.
Is it muddy or is it crystal clear? Because there is one strand of DNA in there. Okay.
I want to climb back onto the
It
top
just
of the
brings
van.
new.
All right.
I was gonna say, do
Meaning
you have
more
ropes and
transparent.
something? You got to
Climb up onto the top of the van. She is hauling butt down the road, so it is rough.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm not like standing up Teen Wolf style. I'm like down.
You're not hanging on the bench.
Little
of the
13-year-old
cage.
has climbed out of the van again for no apparent reason and is on the roof.
What are you doing that for?
Unbelievable.
The weather's
I am
getting worse
not-
and rain
I
is
should
now
not
starting
be
to
the
fall.
most
You still good?
mature
Yep.
person here. Why am I the most mature person here?
Because we're 12.
And I'm Andy James.
Yeehaw!
I don't have a basis for comparison there, really.
That's true. That is actually kind of true. Okay. Cool. Great. So,
You're not trying to
tragedy
be a
is
murderer.
trying to save you. Chances are you are all going to turn into gods, which is kind of lucky, kind of not lucky.
Oink, oink,
Huh.
oink, oink, oink.
Interesting.
Wait, all of us?
I assume so.
Even me? Because I think I'm pretty ripped.
You're not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the only
Look,
one tall enough to get on all
You
the
can
rides.
be the god of the crusty sock, all right? Fuck.
I don't know what that means.
Never mind.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You've got a little avatar in there. You are very familiar with the crusty sock.
No. I'm so sorry.
I mean, Crash not so much, but Brock is very familiar with the crusty sock.
The Brock sock.
Oh.
The
That
Brock
is
Jock
just
sock.
truly unfortunate.
The Brock Jock
You know there's a guy named Brock who like sat in his room one
Nope.
time and was like,
Nope.
oh, it's the Brock
Nope.
sock.
Nope. 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 Nope.
That's real.
Nope,
Nope,
that's
nope,
that's
nope,
yep.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yep, that's the thing now.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Barrels. Nicely,
good.
nicely.
That's good.
Brock sock and two soaking barrels.
But bum.
Guys.
Okay, thank
Let's-
you.
Chat, you can't do this.
Yes, they can.
Yes,
They
they
can
can.
absolutely do it. Jack, you're gross.
You're
Well, you're crusty. All right.
How close are we to the storm?
Moving cheerfully along into the God Storm.
the God storm.
Why are we calling it a
there
god?
is
It looks
good-
like a regular storm. It's
There
very
is
friendly
a good
looking.
chance.
Yeah, we'll
My
see.
hope
We'll find
is
out.
that the epicenter of the God storm will have the item we're looking for.
That's what I was thinking.
Is that what you were
You're gonna
thinking, or
catch
did
it.
you just want to ride a storm?
No, I wanted to drive the car because you can't drive.
That is true.
And then I also was teaming up with my gal here who told me to do it.
Was that
and
before
either,
she climbed out of the cab?
Yes.
Yes.
And so either that's a God storm or the thing we're looking for is in the middle of it. The secret thing of why this was kept. You don't know. Do you? No, you don't really understand what's going on right now. That's cool.
Look, Roof Rider, I have no towels in here, and if you want to ride home in soggy clothes, that is up to you. But we're. Sorry.
I'll give you mine. It's fine.
Hey,
We're driving
hey,
there.
you're not my mother.
There you go.
Does your
Not
mother
ready for
let you
family.
ride on top of cars?
No.
No.
Then get in the car!
Why?
I don't know, because you're being stupid?
Because we're hurtling through a storm in a metal box, and you might get struck by lightning.
Or we could turn, just turn and you would fall off.
All right.
I'm not gonna turn.
You might have to.
Maybe we should turn.
But I mean, if somebody
It sounds like somebody had a good idea to turn. We should definitely consider that.
if
as
somebody
part
even
of-
jiggled the wheel a little like this,
I'm sorry, like what?
she could
You
fall
know.
right
I
off.
do.
You jiggled your van off.
I'll
So
get
you
back.
did.
I'll get back in the van.
Thank
But I'm gonna stick my head out the window.
Also,
What are
that's
you, a
my
dog?
thing.
Look, just let me have my fun. I like storms.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You're just being weird. Fucking hipsters, man.
Look, if my uncle is in the center of that storm,
And we could go say hi.
Do you know what people who wear glasses hate? Rain.
truth, 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 truth.
Can't really disagree.
True
Not a
facts.
fan. Not a fan.
I mean, I'm only happy when it rains, but you know. But I'm miserable either way.
You having your head out is the only reason that you happen to notice closing very quickly is a helicopter.
Oh.
Oh, hey guys, remember when you made fun of me for sticking my head out the window? There's a helicopter.
Oh, and so now they can see your face? Great.
I don't care if they see this face.
Is it a helicopter that's chasing us?
It's coming pretty quick.
Is it, but is it chasing us or is it going towards the storm?
Oh, like a helicopter.
Both are going the same direction because you're going towards the storm.
Okay, well then I'm gonna
Are
hang
you gonna
on.
hail
Hang
this
on.
helicopter and find out if
Turning.
they're a friend or a foe?
I'm turning.
Turning where?
I'm.
You can turn back around the way you came or keep going forward. There are not
Keep
turnoffs to go out on this country road yet.
Well, yeah, because we're just in a dirt road, right?
No, it's a rural road, so it's paved.
Oh, we're on a street. Okay.
But it's a rural country road. There's nothing
nothing.
out here.
Okay,
Is that-
so let's keep a lookout for any other road turnoffs just to see if we have any other options.
Is this an enemy aircraft?
Hey, Wyatt, can't you just like talkity talk with your
I
surveillance?
have some
with them?
notice. I have some
You do
notice.
have some notice, but the tragedy's not really in there.
That is
Like,
true.
Go ahead and give me a
radio
notice
frequency?
check anyway, sweetheart.
Okay. Well, you just sweethearted me.
Oh,
Andy doesn't care as much as Tragedy would. All right. What? Okay, yeah, 10 on 14.
10 on 14. You're pretty sure it's coming for you. There's no other reason for them to be
Everyone
heading this
does.
way.
Damn it.
I mean, I guess it could be a news helicopter, but
What kind of helicopter is it?
a helicopter. You're not really an expert on
I
this
would
kind of
just
stuff.
like to question why a helicopter's riding through the storm.
Through?
Oh.
No.
Toward.
You're going towards the storm.
There.
A helicopter is behind
I
you.
want to look out the window too.
Most definitely a helicopter.
What kind? Is it a weaponized helicopter?
It does not appear to be carrying any armaments.
Okay.
But it is most certainly a Black Hawk.
Oh,
There could be shooters inside.
yeah, probably are. There's usually a door gunner at least.
But it could still
But
be
the-
friendly.
But the helicopter itself is not carrying any weapons.
Does
Even
not
though-
appear to be
Even
so.
though it's a combat chopper.
It could still be friendly.
No way.
Why not?
Do you have any friends that fly military helicopters?
And military pilots would not fly this close to a storm, period. So the fact
Well,
that it's
but if they're humans
going-
first, they're against us. If they're gods, they don't need a helicopter. You're right. Okay. Great. Although I would need a helicopter, so I'm just going to.
Go further in the storm. We just got to get in there.
I'm gassing.
They're not going to be able to handle the wind shear if it picks
In
up.
the meantime,
I'd like the wind shear to pick up.
Cow.
in the meantime,
Another cow.
Great. I think I might throw my single sinister knife and see if it can't like hit a blade.
It's like a half mile or more behind you.
Yeah, but I'm cool.
So we used to be able to do stuff like that.
I know. I was really thinking with the supernatural strength. Oh,
Well,
sorry. It's
I
different.
have the most experience of helicopter destruction of anybody here. I know this because I've destroyed a lot of helicopters, and I had no idea how we would break this one. We do not have the tools.
We have a couple of
Drive
tools
fast.
in this car.
You accelerate, but the van is no match for a helicopter's cruising speed. And slowly it gains closer and closer until you are absolutely certain that it must be
Because it's
in pursuit
like
of you.
hovering right above us.
Either that or just by the sheer like lottery winnings chance it's going in the same direction towards a storm, which no sane pilot would
Down
do.
a road.
Down a road. Right along the same path as you. It just
you know, the path from the prison we were just
Just
hauled
on.
into by the government.
yeah, just too many coincidences to think it's anything. And as it's getting closer and closer up, you happen to have some particularly good vision, don't you, Mr. Maxwell?
Yes, I do.
There are two gentlemen leaning out the side of that helicopter. I loosely use the term gentlemen. They look like combination model / bodybuilders. Like absolutely perfect physique and long
Brody?
blonde flowing locks.
I swear to
They are
God.
extraordinarily perfect
I
in
swear
every
to
way,
God.
shape, or form.
Thank you, okay.
And just leaning out the side, completely unperturbed.
They seem way too calm for what's going on right now. Anybody else seeing that?
Those are real pretty.
Eyes on the road for me.
And it just send closer and closer, and the one on the left side of the helicopter kind of gauges, looks, and then leaps out the side and lands on the roof of the van like a mad person.
Of course.
Me.
Denting the roof in
Yes,
solidly
yes,
as he
yes.
lands. Let's do some initiative.
Of course.
Yeah, not fucking around with you
Oh,
this
we're
time.
going
This
into
time.
a battle with and. It's fine.
25.
25.
Oh no, no.
Yay! You did my roll.
12.
I got 12 too. Gosh. You want rock paper scissors? Okay.
20.
Rock paper scissors.
Stop it.
17.
Hashtag personality towards Avatar Rosie. There once was a girl named Rosie who used to nothing but mosey. Now she's got magic, which is not tragic, so we support that girl named Rosie.
Towards
Hey.
Avatar? So now I'm full Avatar. Because it's two of them, right?
Yep.
All right.
You
all
just
right.
bonded.
I just bonded.
Welcome to the party.
13-year-old.
You just bonded. Just who happens to perfect timing. She saw this gentleman jump. She's seen him on many of the teen magazines. Argyle Thor's son is like a supermodel and one of the chosen. One of Thor's many kids from his 17th wife.
Yeah, that's
Who's a hoe? Thor. Sorry.
Argyle
A mother-
Thorson.
Argyle
Is
Thor's
the other brother named Paisley?
No, but actually Argyle was famous because he just set up triplets, which include Argyle, Drake, and Bale.
Oh, God.
All
cousin.
supermodels.
How do I feel about this, cousin?
You're not really close with that side of the family anymore. It's more of the they'll kill you if they see you sort of thing.
So nothing new.
Yeah.
Mom,
whole
Dad had a
parentage.
falling out with the family.
Yeah, mom, dad doesn't get along with the rest of the family at all.
Unless they need a favor.
Well, mom / dad joined up with Zeus and some of the other rebels.
Right.
And Odin is very committed to the non-rebel camp, being as he's mostly in charge of it.
What? Weird. Odin's all about order and keeping power for himself.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we're only $50.
What?
And his
Yes,
his kid Thor has a lot of children running around the world doing his deeds for him. These three are pretty famous because their mom is a pop star.
Of course. Brittany got banged by Thor. Sorry.
I mean, I would bang Brittany if I was Thor.
With Thor, it seems that every
Check it
single
out.
person
Yeah, I
he
mean,
sleeps
for
with
sure.
is
Go for
pregnant.
everyone.
It's
If I was
mandatory,
Brittany, I'd
it just
bang
happens.
Okay.
And he's not known for his discretion or proper behavior.
Oh, but he married this one, so there's that.
Oh, he married 27 women.
Oh boy. So
Yeah,
I have a
that
lot
scans.
of cousins, and all of them hate me.
For the most part. Most of them also hate each other, though, so it's not so bad.
Great.
But nonetheless, one of them is on the roof of the van, and we're going to have Crash go in first.
You still got that shotgun?
Uh-huh.
How many shells do we have on?
The roof is pretty severely dented in, so it's really easy
I know,
to tell
I know
where,
right where he is, but our chosen bulletproof?
Not bulletproof, but really hard to kill.
Okay. Well, since I know exactly where he is on the roof, instead of shooting up through the roof, which would I want to shoot him from the side, like out the door,
Uh-huh.
to get a little. Since it's a shotgun, at least I have a chance.
You want to
of
use the
knocking-
physics to
I want to
knock
try
him
and knock
off
him.
the
I want to
roof.
try and knock him off the roof. If I shoot
Not
straight
have
up,
any of
that
that
won't
metal
necessarily
stop
happen.
him.
It'll
Yeah.
hurt.
Do you want to do a team up and have someone move the wheel to help?
Who's driving?
Carl Valley of the WMVO news team here with an urgent weather alert. A storm is coming. With the upcoming days of coming of age of the rebel gods killed in the previous unification war, we turn to Guy Stone out in the field for an update. Hashtag clarity.
It's just Guy Stone in the helicopter reporting the news.
It's real windy out here.
I mean, I don't know if that would help, Christian, but we do have a team up and like not.
Let's do it.
You want to do it
team
too?
up
All
with
right,
us?
that
Do I
means
have
you
to
both
roll?
act on the highest initiative
Which
score,
is
two
mine.
of you, so you'll act on his.
Okay.
And you will use the highest available skill use for whichever skills you're using.
Great,
So
what's
whoever has
your-
the better one,
What's
use
your
it.
shooting?
18.
Guy Stone here with the coming storm. The gods and government have issued a shelter-in-place notification for the upcoming battles and cataclysms. Please keep tuned to WMVO for additional updates. Back to you in the studio, James.
I love Guy
Hashtag
Stone.
clarity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how close does that put us to boosted?
We're close.
Very.
Lot of clarity.
They'll let us
40.
know, but I think it's really dang close.
So I don't have to roll at all. You do all the rolling. You just use my stuff.
Well,
if you
one,
want
I'm
it.
going to need a driving check and a shooting check, but use the
Oh.
best score of both of you.
I
for
use
both
your
of them.
shooting check. How's your driving?
16.
Everything you do is better than me.
Only athletically.
I think that's her buff in the store, actually, is what that's called.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Anything
we're 30,
you can
we're
do.
30 away from boosted. Okay. Then I'll use. Yeah.
Can
I'll
you
use,
roll it?
I'll
Use
use
the highest
I guess
scores?
I'll use your skills to do this.
And
Can
you will
you
use the
use my
driving.
dice?
Yep.
Yeah,
You make the driving skill. He makes the shooting skill check.
Okay. I was gonna say because I am doing 8s.
I'm gonna use a clarity also to.
Using a clarity. All right.
Boy,
Do you have your Patreon points?
I do. So I just rolled a 15, which was terrible, but I'm gonna use my +4.
So that's
My
11.
drive-
It's
I'm
an
doing
11.
driving and 16. Yeah.
So you beat it by 5 for your driving.
And I beat my shooting by 10.
Beat it shooting by 10, which is a
Close.
critical
I beat her
success.
shooting by 10.
But team up, successful use
Yeah.
thereof. Nice
Hey,
job.
thank
That's
you.
awesome.
High five.
With a perfect team up in driving and crashes the 13-year-old Brock, leaning out the side and
Oh,
firing
gosh.
the shot. The shotgun blast itself is not enough to dislodge this power from the roof, but that hairpin twist at the last minute to make the rear end slide is enough that he loses his grip and hits the pavement, rolling behind.
Oh,
Shazam!
done.
Booyakasha.
So was that my turn also?
That is also your turn.
Okay,
you got
cool,
to, you got
cool.
to act on 25
Yeah.
instead
I've never
of
used
12.
one of those before.
Okay.
Oh.
What is that?
Does anyone feel that we need to
Uh-oh.
put together some dancing? Also, is there anyone else who needs an initial avatar? Hashtag dance party.
Are we doing it?
Did they buy the whole dance party? Did it happen? Oh, no,
Nope.
they bought part of it. Not there yet.
Well,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
I can't
Thank you.
Thank you.
wait
Not
to
yet.
dance.
20 to go. Okay. We'll keep an eye on that, and when they
Okay.
do it, she'll cue the music up. All right, I've got a 21 next for GM, and that is going to be the second of the three brothers. Bale will leap onto the roof. And he's going to leap onto the roof with an axe so that he can split his way inside and carve you little bastards up.
I'd like to see you try. We're nimble.
Oh, and he hits that van solidly, breaks open the roof of it with his axe, which isn't an Asgardian axe, it's an artifact weapon. They're pretty nasty. Cutting it open, it splits aside like a tin can under too much pressure. And he is inside the van with you, and with the single hand, he grabs hold of shotgun-wielding Brock and lifts him up into the air
By the shotgun?
by the neck.
Oh.
Over his head, and you can see his hands flex like he's about to snap this scrawny little guy.
Bro.
The scrawny little guy's neck, who is huge to you, but compared to this guy, he is insignificant. And while holding him overhead, a bolt of lightning comes straight down from the sky and
Thor?
slams into him, releasing
Him who?
Oh, good on you, Thor.
Bale, who had a hold of
Okay,
Brock.
slams
Slams into Bale, who immediately lets go of Brock and is launched out the back of the split open van. Brock is laying on the floor of the van, covered in moving electricity over
Oh
his body.
shoot! Oh shoot! Oh, and I'm
Don't
like,
tase me, bro.
hey, what's going on back there?
It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't look
Oh.
good.
Everything's fine. Nothing happened.
Oh no,
What?
that looks
Please tell me
really
I'm not
familiar.
Thor. I will be so pissed. That guy's
no,
a dick.
no, you.
And as the third is getting ready to jump, we go to Rosie.
I pull out a cigarette and start smoking.
You're
do-
13, young lady.
But she does.
Is it
yeah.
a clove though?
Probably. Yeah, it's definitely a
It's
clove.
clove.
Yeah.
It smells
I'm a
atrocious.
13-year-old girl who just saw that. I'm smoking a cigarette. That's what I'm doing.
Hashtag chat power, let's have some savoir faire Christian, we want a Gatling.
Oh!
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
We bring forth the personality of Professor.
All right.
Oh my god. And we're boosted! Yay!
And we're boosted. Your boosted ability is now available to you from your avatar or from your pilot sheet.
From the pilot sheet.
Some of you may notice that it is a little different.
Yeah.
I don't have
So
one.
is this from any past avatar?
Oh, yep, yours is going to be the same.
I remember. Yeah, the same was what it was. I
It
got
just
you.
didn't get on there. It must
That's
have printed on the second sheet, which stayed at home.
It's all good.
No worries. So those are now unlocked, and it is your turn. You lit the cigarette because the little girl is losing her mind, and it makes sense.
So
Plus, you know,
help me
both those guys are.
God.
Yeah, they're super hot. I'm super into them. But I'm also into like many other creatures in this van.
This is true. Wyatt, you are now up, sir.
Okay.
You also can tell that that third individual is getting ready to try and do the same thing the other two did. And these three, it's like they copied the same guy 3 times with the perfect blonde hair and the perfect chisel.
I mean, if you're into that.
It's
Yeah, this shit ain't right.
it just isn't fair, you know.
You're telling me. Okay, so I'm all the way over here right now.
There are 4 meta points, and I believe, yep, there are 4 meta points.
And a Wyatt buff, actually.
No.
Is there?
No.
Oh, you
I
used
used that.
Use that
I
already,
used
but there are 4 meta points available to you.
You know
Feel
what?
free to use as many as you so choose.
You know what? Let's go ahead and just
Clarity.
use moment of clarity on that.
Okay, what are you going to be doing?
So the second one, I know he got flung away after the bolt of lightning. Is he still in the van? Or is
No, he's
well
uh,
gone. Well and truly gone. Okay.
yeah,
And where's
that
the
bolt
third
launched him. The third one's getting ready to jump from the helicopter into the van. There wasn't enough room for them all to get ready to do it, so he kind of had to wait for some space to clear.
Cool. So I'm going to try to get back into the surveillance tech to see if I can connect to the chopper itself and see if I can just give that a nice little tap down in terms of the stick.
Damn.
Give me a covert ops roll. Let's see if you can get in there and affect it at all.
No, where's the one?
Yes. So that beats it by 10.
That is a critical success. Now, you're not
Heck
able
yeah.
to access the flight stick, but you are able to use one of the little devices to access the onboard computer and alter the sea level reading for the helicopter.
Oh, there you go.
Lovely.
This in turn kicks in auto navigation, so by putting the altitude is exceptionally high, the helicopter is forced by its own onboard computer systems to slow down to avoid having an incident or wreck.
Lovely. I don't think that's going to stop him for long, but I don't have a
They're
shotgun.
keeping pace at this
so-
point, but they are no longer.
Shotgun
faster.
isn't going to do anything to that.
I know. But
And Maddox,
I need
you
to
got to
know
do
that.
the team up, so we're skipping your 12 this round
Yep.
to go to the 12 for Andy James.
Okay. All right. So the third brother is.
He's still on the helicopter, but he's got that look just like the other two. You're fairly certain he's gonna make the jump too.
Cool. I'm assuming that an Asgardian weapon would be more useful. Yes. Different Sinister Blade?
Entirely different.
So I can't, boomerang my Asgardian blade and it will return to my hand.
Well, it does something.
50
Mhm.
50 damage. I mean, that's pretty good.
It is an artifact. The idea of throwing it does not sit well with you.
Fine. It sits fine with Andy.
It makes tragedy scream.
I see. Well, that sounds like it. Never mind.
And not in a good way. It's one of the only things she has that she can actually defend herself against a god or chosen with.
I see. Okay, so.
Without it, she might as well be one of these kids.
So
God.
super cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, how far above us are they?
They're behind now.
They're behind and above. They're probably 200 meters back
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
maybe
not gonna work.
60 up.
It's such a great idea. Never mind. Cool. In that case, we are going. I had a plan.
Don't you love it when they get
I will use my sinister knife. To.
Tell us about your sinister
Yeah, I
knife,
would
Miss
love
Andy
to.
James.
Andy James may summon a single sinister knife. If thrown, it returns to her hand after attacking. The knife deals 30 damage in hand to hand or thrown.
And what are you throwing it at?
I mean, I was going to throw it at the helicopter blades and see what happened, but, you know, maybe I'll throw it at a god
The same
instead.
thing that happens to everything else.
That was good.
That was good. All right, I'll throw it at a god. Why not? My shooting's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's... Wait, I can't remember where I got that from. Sinister Knife is from...
Lady Evelyn.
Lady Evelyn. So it's demons versus gods. I love it. Perfect.
Remember on the very first show we did when you had that flamethrower and you couldn't shoot anything?
Do you remember that? and that it slammed
Just-
me into a wall
but
and
you-
somehow that
but
worked?
You've,
yeah, I
you've
do.
gotten a lot better. You've shot a lot more now.
Yeah, Billy is still in there somewhere.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy. All right, cool. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. So I'm gonna beat that by 9.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That is almost a critical success. And what exactly were you aiming at?
You know.
You said a god, didn't you?
I did say a god. Does he or does he not have a beard?
No, he doesn't have
Adam's apple.
Right. I mean, he's got to have one of those, right?
You throw the knife.
Right in the jugular.
As it's flying towards him, you can see that moment where he recognizes a knife has been thrown at him and then casually dismisses it as it's a knife. Really.
Yeah.
And then it hits and separates skin and slides into the neck and blood starts to come out.
Oh,
and the
shit.
look on his face completely changes. It's very much a how in the hell did that happen? That's not supposed to happen. And then you don't see him as he kind of like stumbles back inside
Thor's kids are
the helicopter, bleeding.
Out of curiosity, does this knife do as much damage going out as it does going in?
No,
Because
it
it's gotta
just
come
simply
back.
disappears from there and reappears.
I was really hoping
In
that
your
it
hand.
like boomerang.
Oh, so it
that
doesn't-
was a good question to ask about the knife.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was solid gaming.
Although
It functions kind of like a summoned demon.
it is no longer in his throat, potentially stopping bleeding. So
No,
he's
it is
bleeding more.
in your
right?
hand and covered in blood.
Thank you.
Lick it.
I just did.
Yeah, this was already ahead of that.
Oh man.
Chosen
Who
blood.
am I?
You can taste the god in it.
I can
Thor.
taste the god in it.
Thor. It's got that horrible taste of Thor. Yeah, it turns your stomach.
But that beard though.
Turns your stomach.
But that
It's the
beard,
dill.
though. It's
Ugh.
the dill.
We would go to the top, so there still is a helicopter in pursuit of you when we go to crash, but there doesn't appear to be any threats to leaping out of it at any present moment.
Yeah, what is happening with him?
But it has not turned off. It is still
So I'm just, like-
maintaining that distance.
And I'm glowing with electricity now?
You have it all over your whole body, but it doesn't hurt. You don't feel it.
All right.
Touch him. See if that
I
hurts
do
to touch
not
him.
recommend that anyone puts their hands on me for the time being. No offense, it just may be a little bit shocking.
What is he
All
doing?
right, looks like we gotta get to work. Well, lucky for me.
Brock, what are you doing with your voice?
Just a moment, son, just a moment. Uh-huh.
Oh no.
All right. Wonderful news. The whirly gig on the top of that there helicopter,
Don't stop.
it does rotate
That is what it is doing. Very, very well deduced, bro.
Let me see some of that their equipment that you've got
No,
tied
please,
into
not
that
the
computer.
equipment.
Is that correct? Let me just take a look and see what I can make this into real quick.
Not the equipment.
I'm
This is
using my
coming from
waffle
deep down
ability.
inside me.
Using his waffle ability to what exactly?
I'm taking all of this surveillance equipment.
Not all of it. Not
He
my
just said all of
babies.
I'm taking all of this surveillance
No.
equipment.
Let's hear
And
it.
this shotgun.
No.
And this shotgun.
And anything else I can find in the back of this van.
I swear to God,
To make,
if you touch the knife.
I'm going for an EMP effect, specifically
yeah.
on the
Okay.
propeller of that helicopter. This is probably gonna kill one of your batteries, I imagine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the latest product in my line. Kick open the back door, set the thing up. Now, as you can see, this helicopter is giving us no end of trouble, but with Galen's new electromagnetic pulse generator, why, helicopter problems are a thing of the past. Takes care of regular helicopters, combat helicopters, and helicopter parents. Fire it like so. Bam!
I'm going to put
Parent.
And at the press of the button, that helicopter's blades start slowing down and immediately begins a plummet towards the ground. All the little running lights on it off. Starts going into auto rotation.
See, now this is why Newton was a brilliant man. He understood that things must go up after they come down. Or is it the other way around? I can never remember. Might as well just shoot it again.
Starts going into auto rotation, and as it's spinning, one of the times by, you see that Drake guy with the bloody throat. And right as it spins, he leaps from the side of the helicopter.
Watch out for the blades, son.
They hit him across the head, and it just splits.
Oh,
the blade splits open and flies off. There's not even a mark on him where it hits.
Turns out he can't be harmed by the weapons of man.
But it throws off his trajectory just
What
enough
was
that instead
that
of
then?
landing in the tin can open back of the van, he almost misses it and barely catches on to the side. Please make me a driving check, as it may force you off the road. He does weigh 500 pounds.
I doubt it.
I'm gonna put the cigarette away and pull out a joint. I'm also
Young lady.
I like to lick the knife.
Oh.
Do you have any blood left on you?
Yeah, there's plenty.
I feel like I have to be high.
High as balls.
Here, baby.
I did it. I did it.
I beat it by 3.
Oh hell yeah.
Beat it by, yes, the whole rear end jerks and you're able to steady it, and it gives you a nice perfect view in the rear view as that helicopter hits the pavement. It didn't really finish that auto rotation so well.
No.
That pilot's not going to be walking away.
Nope.
Will he be flying
No.
to pieces in several flaming parts, though?
It's very likely.
Well, that's what he gets for chasing us around and throwing demigods at us.
However, Drake is still hanging on to the side of the van. And we
Where-
are going to go to Rosie next.
Cool.
You are lighting a joint and licking blood off of a knife.
Yeah. Is
This
he like-
stuff is wild. It's now raining in the van because the van is open.
Oh. Is he hanging, like, I know that Christian
It's
opened the sliding
raining
door.
down.
Is he in the sliding door? Is he in a window? Is he in the front? Where is he on the van?
Christian's kind of in the middle at this point.
No,
Crash.
bad guy.
Oh, the bad guy? He's
Hang
on
on.
the left-hand side of it, hanging on. Imagine if it had been a tin can and split open like
I see,
so.
okay.
Hanging on to this edge.
Okay.
Right behind the driver door?
But it would be behind the driver's side, but at the back of the van.
At the back.
Yes.
I see.
Because the front is still completely intact. You're
Cool.
covered and not getting rained on. It's
Yeah.
everybody in the back that's getting rained on.
Yeah, sorry. Going as fast as I can.
Hey, it's our kind of party.
I'm gonna use a meta point.
Meta point used.
Girl.
Get a little Rosie back in there.
So I'm also gonna use my buff for this. I'm probably wrong, but I feel like the van door, like if it's open, is it hitting onto a door?
Sort of. I mean, it's metal.
I wanted to pull the pins out and just see if the door would come off, and maybe him with it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So
Please grab those dice there.
I will. I'm gonna use a moment of clarity for this
Please
and
do,
my
yeah.
buff,
And
because I
your
want this to work.
All right.
Okay. Well, that yeah.
Very,
that
very calmly, just stands up, grabs onto the van because it's shaking over, reaches over and with a knife, pops out 1, 2, and the door falls off with him still hanging on to it, crashing and rolling and looking very surprised. At this point, the van begins
I really need to stop building things and start taking them apart. Seems to work just as well.
At this point, the van is slowing down as all the power systems in it were also fried by the device crafted by Mr. Gatling.
The van?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
And after about another half mile or so, everything finally cuts out and you coast to a stop. Right as the storm gets really foul, like it's just dumping buckets.
Just my fucking luck.
I love it.
Clearly. Okay, if you can put the wet t-shirt contest away right now, that would be great.
I'm in the body of a 12-year-old boy, you sick old lady.
What the hell happened, Brock?
I don't know. Do you want some weed? It makes it make more sense. I promise.
Yeah.
Cool.
I am
Don't do drugs,
beyond
kids.
policing you.
Anybody else?
So,
Ohio's downright progressive. This here world.
Good question. Does this hurt?
You feel it, but it doesn't hurt.
No, but
It's really weird. It's kind
something
of like
is going on.
grabbing one of those cool little globes that makes your hair stand up.
Should I worry about this? Is this boy gonna be all right? Somebody tell me.
Well,
Hey, Brock.
it didn't feel like he was being It didn't feel like, Brock, you were being... What the hell is going on with him?
I don't know.
It was fascinating.
He might be manifesting.
What?
He might be manifesting powers. He might be turning into
It's
a
less
god.
than an hour to midnight now.
All right.
Oh, well then now we know. He's the god. So that's who you needed, right? You needed the god.
So,
Well, since
He's
a
been
lot of
conti-
you are metapilots, I'm guessing there might be more than one god here.
This is what I'm saying.
so when gods manifest, do they usually manifest as southern
Lightning
inventors?
bolts?
Oh, no,
No.
that's Gatling. He comes around from time to time.
Interesting.
Okay. Hour left.
How are we gonna... You're clever with machines, right? You're both
Pretty sure I
clever
just
with
built a
machines.
cannon out of a
I
couple of
understand
cameras
that.
and-
You know
It's
what?
true.
You know what? I'm done with your shell right now.
What do you need?
Can the two of you geniuses, I am using that word seriously and not sarcastically, find a way to make this tin can into a vehicle, a useful vehicle? If you need some flaming parts, I am flame resistant. I can go get something out of the helicopter.
Well, anything
wanna-
can be fixed given time. We can most likely improve upon it. How would you feel about a rotating engine?
Well, I was gonna say.
I
you
don't
appear to have a
mind.
bit
Maddox,
of
does
juice.
that make sense to you?
Oh, right.
Never mind.
I don't know.
I'm
if
gonna go
that
charge
can
the
fit.
battery.
Of what?
You pop the hood of the van,
Of the car of the van?
Oh my God, you're brilliant. Of course.
put your hand on it,
No.
put your other hand on it, and now what do
You know, I've
I'll
got
start the
electricity.
car.
I'm just thinking about
you
it
do?
real
You
hard.
turn the key, and the engine turns over.
Okay.
Easy
so
peasy.
This is when I would high five you.
now I might
Actually-
be jumper cables, so don't.
Well, you just touched him though.
Are we about to use
Do you,
him
do you
as
know which
the
side's
litmus test?
negative
Are
and which
you
one's positive?
about?
I don't know. I just guessed.
Are you
No sparks.
about to potentially risk your life to find out if you have god powers?
He just touched him and he felt nothing.
No,
Yeah, but if
I
you
didn't
are
feel
not a
nothing.
god-
I didn't get hurt.
You are
I'm
not a
gonna touch
god.
it.
You
I felt
die.
something.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
touch
like I said, your hair stands up on end, but like there's no pain or anything. to it.
Nobody in me right now has any method of dealing with children.
Really? Clear.
Holy shit.
Who did you do that to? Oh,
Andy
You
has
were with
no
Brock.
health HP. Andy has no HP. That's
There
not true.
is
Andy
a
has 90.
quick flash and the smell of a slight burning and ozone, and you're launched about 6 feet through the air. 10 health damage,
Great.
and on your butt.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
You
Rock.
can. No, chat, you may not. No, chat, you may not.
Rock, I used to think that you were
Okay.
like the worst person in this world, but you just got really cool.
I know.
Can I help her at all?
Shock the babysitter.
I
Shock
have
the
medicine,
babysitter.
but she's
She doesn't seem to be too bad.
okay.
Did I lose anything? Do I
Oh
need
yeah,
to-
you
lost
lost 10
10
health.
10 health.
Can I like go give her a band-aid?
Oh, except, oh, wait, no I didn't. Armor. Fiendish resistance. I lost nothing. Except my respect for your fate. No, that wasn't
That was
there.
never even
that
there.
Was never there.
It's already long gone.
It nonetheless launched you through the air.
Great. Now I can fly, thanks.
Sorry,
Well-
I touched your chest.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Gross.
I know. That doesn't sound like me at all.
Okay, so learning is happening. Let's get back in the van and keep driving while we figure out what the hell is going on.
What's left of the van?
Are a very mature, articulate 12-year-old.
Well, somebody has to be.
Okay. Well then, do you want shotgun?
Shotgun would be amazing.
You can
Oh,
sit
there you
next
go.
to me.
Yeah, you got zappy stuff now. That's
Okay.
really cool. We're seriously going to need to figure out
I'm
what's
gonna
going on.
Who
use
wants
a
one?
meta point so I
Using a meta point.
I'm gonna use a meta point so I can get back in touch with apparently the brains of this operation.
You should only be about 180 miles to the nearest rebel base in the Black Ridge. I mean, if the storm wasn't ahead, you'd probably be able to see all the volcanic ash and volcanoes active.
Perfect. All right.
The closer you get towards the Rockies, the worse environmental conditions get. Those volcanoes just don't stop.
Is the
What a
is the
wonderful place to
helicopter
build a
really far
base.
back? Oh, and it exploded.
Yeah, it hit the
didn't
ground
it?
and exploded.
So, like,
pretty
I'm
bad.
definitely changing, though, right? Like, this is not supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when a boy gets to a certain age, he will start to experience certain
hey.
changes in
Hey,
his
light
body.
my cigarette from far away. Do it.
With electricity?
Yeah, I don't know.
That
Try
sounds
it.
like science.
Right?
Okay.
You point your finger and nothing happens.
You gotta rub your hands together. That's
Rub
what
your
happened
hands
last
together.
time. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened
yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
Okay, go, go, go.
Just
As
dodge
he's doing
it.
that,
No.
it starts to really like flash around his hands as he's rubbing it together.
If you stop this car again, I swear to God, we are
We haven't-
not going to say. I'm not saving you. I'm not saving you.
You're not even driving. I'm driving.
Yeah, so suck it.
Because you can't drive anymore, Andy James.
I hate this.
As you separate your hands, the charge blasts out all around you.
Oh, shit.
Like a force field?
Yeah, like everything within about 5 or 6 feet of them is electrocuted. It is not enough
Whoa.
to cause any significant harm to everyone. It's kind of like grabbing an electric fence. But everyone just grabbed an electric fence at once.
Okay, no more of that until we figure out what the hell you're doing.
That was
Now
awesome.
that
Do you
was
feel
different.
hairy?
Yes,
But I'm
and
not Thor, right?
Like this?
All their hair is like,
Bing.
This is
You guys
never,
look awesome.
This is never coming down.
I think that if you were Thor, you would be given a weapon.
Thor is alive. Thor
Like a weapon
has-
rather
So,
than
right,
a
if
weapon.
Thor is
in your-
alive, then I don't have to worry about
Then
that.
You
Yeah.
have no.
I'm not worried about that anymore.
Right,
I don't
Thor's
think you're
alive. That's
Thor.
what I get gleaned. Okay, so Pikachu. You could be Pikachu.
I could be a Pikachu.
You
Do they
could
have?
be Pikachu.
Do they have Pikachus?
He's not a god. He's not a god.
Brock, you are not a Pikachu. I don't
No.
care
I
how many
vote
times you ask.
Pikachu. That's
Brock
what I
is
vote.
not allowed to be Zeus.
I'm gonna call on
This
you.
little shithead is not allowed to be Zeus. No.
I don't know what the hell you're talking to me for.
Do I get to be Zeus?
Do you need a shoulder to
I
cry
do
on?
not want to answer to that.
No. Yeah. It's so hard to be.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a potential family reunion, and I have that is my fucking squad.
You
That
know-
You're
leader
related
of
to
the
Zeus?
rebellion.
That actually,
No, you're related to Pikachu.
That actually
I am not
would
related
make
to-
a lot of sense with what a horn dog
You
is.
could just choose me, and then you would be in charge.
I choose you.
Wait a minute. No, I'm gonna use this. Okay. What do I need to roll anything, or can I just say I choose you, Pikachu? And now he's on my side.
I was on your side before.
You say I choose you, Pikachu, and nothing happens.
Not nothing.
Nothing.
Man, if that's the case,
He's not a Pikachu, guys. I don't know how much more clear
No,
I can be about this.
no,
Stop it.
no,
Stop
you
it.
may not.
Stop it.
Uh-oh.
All right. Do it again.
No, do not do it
Do it again.
again.
What are you doing?
Oh,
I don't know.
God, do not
Maybe
do
she'll
this
become
to
a
me.
god then.
Yeah, maybe we'll die.
As he separates, everyone gets the electric fence treatment again.
Oh,
Yay!
Except for, of course, you. You feel nothing.
I don't love this.
That's awesome.
I don't
Okay,
love
agreed,
this.
granted. Awesome. Please stop doing this with us all standing here. That really is not pleasant.
Okay.
Now see, Brock, you're saying you're stopping, and then I see your hands.
Wow, you have really good
Brock?
eyes.
I know. It's like I've got two of them. It's
Do
crazy.
it again. Do it again. Do it again.
No, you tell me not
You
to.
are not
you.
fully
Apparently, Wyatt
manifested
Maxwell is the boss of all of us now,
as
or
a
whoever
god.
this kid is.
What's the kid's name?
Just
Aaron.
Aaron.
Gregory
Aarons.
Aarons.
Aaron's what?
Can we at least get him
I
gloves?
will break both of your legs, and you will
Gloves.
never play football again.
Will you push around my wheelchair too?
I'm not good at driving.
I bet you're an amazing nurse.
I do have medicine. No,
I knew it.
don't. I don't, right?
Yes, my dear.
Okay.
I wanna give him some gloves. Are there gloves in the van?
You have a
From
pair of
the-
gloves.
I have a pair of gloves. Here, why don't you just hold on to these, just until we figure
Already got
everything
some
out.
rubber boots
And
still?
just until we figure everything out, just put the gloves on.
They're mitts, not regular gloves.
You want me to put on a pair of mittens?
Just we need to figure out how to
Okay,
control.
but what are they made of? Because I swear to God, if
This
they
is
They're
it.
not made of metal.
Hey,
No,
guess
they're
what?
padded soft cloth. They used to put them on her before they put her in the
Nothing is
straight jacket,
happening.
So she
Everything
couldn't
is
claw
fine.
their eyes out.
Yes,
I
not fine when you do
understand
the-
that, but
So don't do that.
fabric
Fits.
rubbing
That's all I'm
together
saying.
still makes
Makes sense.
static.
Hold
Absolutely.
on. Now I'm curious. And I put on the mittens.
No!
Still building up that energy right
I-
in
Yeah, I
the
don't think the mittens are helping.
Dude,
Yeah, everyone feels the electric fence again.
did the mittens catch on fire?
They have some burn marks on them
Okay.
at this point
Okay.
from that.
I just
Andy
don't know how
will
real
stab him
things
too.
are. What?
Andy will also stab him. Alright, sorry.
They got some serious burn marks on them from that.
I've ruined your gloves now.
They're like oven
I'm
mitts.
so sorry.
Their gloves.
Does tragedy are tragedy's knives visible to us? I don't know.
A knife is visible to you.
Can I steal it?
You could try. Yes, absolutely.
While this is all well gloves happening, I want to
How
try to
close
steal.
Go
are
ahead
we
and give me a
now?
notice check.
Yes, I would love to. Okay, but I'm on 8s. I'm on
Yeah, you
8s. Who has a higher notice?
Me.
Okay.
What's your notice?
18. 18 on tragedy. But with a what is that?
You want me to roll that?
12
No.
or
That's
No,
that's your
yeah.
number.
yeah. All right.
Right, that's what I figured. I'm also, but I'm trying to think for a boost.
No, you're-
Did I have
no, it's
anyone with
tens.
a
Right. It would be
Oh,
it would be
that's a good
10s
call.
for Andy,
That's what I
but
was
Andy
trying to
has
see.
only
I
14
can't think
notice.
of
But
top
I
of my
can't think
head.
of anyone
make
who's
a
super
difference.
Or are you talking about
either.
moving?
I'm talking about moving.
Oh,
Do I
okay.
want to move to move this? Okay. You know what? It's just a notice check.
I
Okay. I'm gonna
That's an
fail
8.
that.
So beat it
epically.
by 4, and you failed it epically.
I
You have
failed
been pickpocketed of your most prized possession in the universe.
What? My dignity?
Oh, tragedy. Yes,
You don't
remember
even
that.
bring that to the studio with you.
Andy James might have that, but tragedy doesn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get
Is it-
pickpocketed of my dagger?
Yeah.
And I
you didn't even notice.
You
And tragedy
didn't?
is inwardly screaming, and I didn't notice.
She didn't notice either. That notice check was bad. You failed.
Well, besides, I mean, you have been dealing with Brock for
And
several
yeah,
hours.
you are a
at
little
this
distracted between Brock and the electrocution.
So you find me distracting now too?
I will. I have
know
2
what?
knives. I will still stab you.
The car is kind of split in half, right? And we're still in the
It
middle
looks
of the
really
rain.
horrible, but you're
And
driving.
it's I know.
It's
Do you
just-
wanna,
it's bad.
He got all these cool things for being electrocuted. You want to try being electrocuted?
Hashtag chat power Wyatt to Balthazar. Remember he works best when he puts on a big show. Bombast is the name of the game.
Please, I don't need notes regarding bombast. But thank you.
Oh my god.
Here we
So now
go.
you're all pilot?
Well, no, I'm all Balthazar, as it were.
Oh god.
I love this dude. I'm just gonna say it. Like I don't know him well. Solid dude.
cool. I'm just gonna hide the
Ooh.
knife, by the way. Like the knife
You've
is
got
just
something
like,
going
All
on,
right.
going
don't
away.
you?
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
gonna say
I
because there's all
do.
this broken metal in the van. You can you could grab a piece, get onto the roof again, and just hold it up like Ben Franklin, try and get us electricity power? Like
I don't want. I don't think I want electricity powers. No.
Okay.
No, you
already
actually
did
tried to
magic.
acquire those once. It was most painful.
Already did magic.
He got electricity power, and it didn't hurt him. You said it didn't hurt.
By
No,
all means.
literally, like I got hit by lightning.
No,
and it
he
did
literally
not
just
hurt.
got hit by lightning.
That is puzzling. So, is your conjecture then that we can all get lightning powers, provided we get struck by lightning?
One of us did.
No.
Are we using the scientific method?
Funny if you mention that, because just this one moment as the question is posed, a massive bolt of lightning from above comes down and impacts the van in a very unnatural fashion, splitting it clean in half and launching you through the air into the trees and into the ground and into the ditches in what should be an instantaneously fatal moment. Yet none of you are dead. Your ears are ringing. The smell is
good.
intense.
It's good.
And armored, holding a hammer, is the most gorgeous looking blonde bearded man you've ever seen, standing where the van was.
Knew it.
God,
Wait,
why are there
wait,
always one of these?
Wait.
Pretty much everywhere you go.
Every time.
Are we? Okay.
Roll initiative.
Oh my
Neat.
god.
Oh, thank God.
No, I got 16. I don't know why I'm just so
15.
stuck around that area.
You are.
I just can't.
19.
18.
Deuce.
Oh, hey.
No. Chat, no. Oh, no.
Well, they just
I
latched
would
right
like to
onto that one.
remind everyone that Andy, James, and Tragic, neither of them have, well, I was going to say seduced, but he's a family member. Okay, neither of them are capable of that. I assume. God damn it.
We are going to start with Crash. As you stand up, I need you to, go full avatar, please.
Whoa.
And then please remove the top sheet from your avatar sheet and replace it with the secondary sheet.
Bomb.
And please describe the individual that is standing in the place of Brock.
Zeus.
I wanted it to be Pikachu
Yes,
so
that
bad.
Zeus. Perhaps you've heard of me. King of the gods, the almighty. Damn near 7 feet tall. Built like a Greek god. Flowing beard.
Zeus, you're back.
I am not ready.
Which means it's been at least 13 years. And unsurprisingly, there's that asshole Thor.
Hey, it's the carpenter. Well, if it isn't the 4th best looking god in your pantheon. How you doing, Odinson?
There was a look of raw fury on his face. As
Oh
he
my god,
regards
I
you.
totally just shot like 2 of your kids before as a kid. Like I was a little kid and now, oh, man, we fucked them up too. So, are we gonna go or what?
It is your turn, sir.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see what I can do. Oh, everything.
Yes, including a swan, including
Yes.
a bull,
Yes.
including a. Oh, okay, sorry, I'll stop.
I remember them.
It
They were
turned
cute.
into a rain of gold. Yeah.
No one hacking a cow.
Backs up.
What? I hit that.
We know.
But before I do that, I'm gonna hit that.
What are we doing, Zeus?
I guess flying lightning elbow. You know, like.
I feel that Heart, Soul, and Balthazar have to meet. They may be able to do some amazing work together. Hashtag personality, hashtag team up.
Oh my God, Harzul and Balthazar.
All right, Harzul and Balthazar will be fighting this round of combat.
Okay.
What is
Oh my
Harzul doing as
God.
Zeus? The flying elbow is still Harzul's plan?
Well, he doesn't love fisticuffs.
Oh yes. No. That is right.
No, we
right
are
out.
not going with fisticuffs.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
No.
not. I won't do it.
Now, all I want to
Alright.
say is, aren't you getting a vaguely Titany vibe from that thing?
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
All I'm saying.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Yes, you.
Hello.
Please.
I am going to kill you.
No.
That seems most unlikely.
Sorry, Master.
Again.
Master of the Dead. That's not going to happen.
Oh.
Instead, I'm going to have my little friends drag you straight to hell. So have fun with that then.
Jesus.
That does seem a most droll proposition.
I'm going totally. I'm going rock to mud.
You give me a
Drag them to
sorcery
hell,
roll over
you
there,
say?
please.
Sorcery?
Or power usage in the case of Zeus.
Yes. Take this, bastard. Sorry. I rolled an 8.
The ground beneath him immediately turns to mud and he begins sinking into it rather rapidly.
Oh, now you're all dirty.
Oh,
that's
no.
awful.
There's just the thing for that. A little dirt can always get you down, but I've found that if your life essence sort of siphons off along with it,
I love
you can
that.
wallow then in your dirtiness and not be pestered with, all of the living. So, let's go
Tragedy.
ahead and just...
Tragedy, you're next.
I'm next.
Oh, but it was a team up.
Except
You were using the team up for that.
We are
teaming
up. See, I
Okay.
missed that part. Now I see what you're going
If you're
for.
going to buy the team up, we're going to.
You might as well use it, of
Right,
course.
that's
That's
what
just
And
the way
what
it works.
exactly you were
The only
doing
black
with
thing
your
to do.
sorcery to him?
Essentially, once he's been sucked into the earth, I want to try and absorb off all of his life essence as much as I can.
Oh, he's probably chock full of it.
Well,
too.
Oh,
exactly.
he is
And there's plenty
tremendously
of dead
full of
things
it.
down there.
Unfortunately, Thor is exceedingly resistant to mortal magic, which is what Balthazar is using at this moment.
That
and
is
the
very
backlash is monumental. It would be enough to kill any normal caster outright for simply daring to have the audacity to use magic.
I told you it was a Titan.
But as this is
No.
about to happen, it's almost like you're aware of this backlash just before it happens. And you just do enough movement and enough of a twist to the spell to make it not happen. And then go ahead and go full avatar if you're not already, and get rid of your top sheet on your avatar sheet and describe who is in your place. Please.
Amun-Ra stands,
Whoa!
What?
the All God, God of that. All of that. Yeah, that's me. No, that was me. You're welcome.
Fucking show off.
Well, you're welcome.
Tragedy?
Okay. Well, tragedy is currently Andi.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, I assume at this point that I can dual wield knives the way that I can dual wield guns. Except I'm missing a knife, apparently. So I'm gonna learn that first.
That is an empty scabbard where your Asgardian blade should be. One of the only things you have that could even maybe hurt. So,
Yep.
the guy is insanely tough.
Yep. So actually, this is a bad idea. Is there a moment of clarity? There is not.
He's in fact the only one of the gods that survived the whole nuclear ordeal.
Yes, great, wonderful, perfect.
Flew right out of it.
Excellent. Can I use translocation magic to bring my knife back to me?
Absolutely you can. Give me a translocation magic roll. And if you're going to commit multiple actions, make sure you take a multi-action penalty to it. So if you're going to transport your knife back to you so that you can use it, you're going to want to take a multi-action.
How much is that penalty going to cost me?
It's going to make everything you do this turn penalized by 2. Every other
I'm going to
action.
use a moment of clarity.
Or meta point, you mean?
Meta point, that's what I
Okay.
meant.
Meta point used.
Alright, want my fucking knife back.
Translocation magic for action 1. Penalized by 2 because of the multi-action penalty.
I'm gonna use my +4. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
you
only
are.
beat that by 1.
All
and I
right.
would like to beat that.
You are no longer holding that really nice knife. It's just gone.
That's fine.
Yup.
Kind of interesting.
It's cool. I stole it from a god.
Yep. And
You have that on your resume now.
Pickpocketed a god.
There you go.
Yeah. How far away is Thor right now?
Oh, maybe
In the
20
mire,
feet
mud?
from you. Yeah.
Maybe 20 feet. Cool. I am going to dual wield, if you will, throw my sinister knife and follow it up as I run through with my Asgardian knife.
All right, go ahead and give me 2 different combat checks for that. Give me fighting for those, please.
Fuck.
She's gonna go
That was
fight
a
Thor with a
great
knife.
idea.
Well, I'm sure it seemed a good idea, so.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna do what?
Gonna go fight Thor with a knife. After all.
Once again, fisticuffs. Always with fisticuffs.
Here's a moment of hashtag clarity.
Thank you!
Jesus Christ. Excellent. Is
Oh
it
God,
worth
him
using?
again.
Is
I
it
swear, the
worth
most
using or
tiresome
shall I
of all.
just
Oh.
fail epically?
No, it's only me. Sounds like you half the time.
Yes, well, he stole all of my best material.
God. Okay, great. Wonderful.
This is my favorite part about tonight.
This is fantastic. All right, cool. So wait, can I use my buff to move myself?
You got a buff?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can move yourself
Yeah.
anywhere on
Great.
the spectrum.
I feel like maybe.
Booyakasha.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah.
I need 2 of them. Remember,
Yeah, okay, that's
multi-action
right.
penalty
That's
of
right.
2 still
Okay.
applies.
Yeah. So that's a 9 and a 10. So an 11 and a 12 against 16.
All right, those are both successes under normal circumstances. However, his dodge is 6, so that makes one of them not a success.
Does he get his full dodge when he's immersed in mud?
He will be getting his full dodge.
God damn it.
I tried to help you.
Sorry. And the second one, which is actually that Asgardian knife, you swing with full force in
Do I
close
cut off his
combat,
beard?
and it just hits that nail on the outside and stops.
I was aiming to cut off his beard. I don't need distractions in this battle.
Not even a scratch.
And now I'm close to him.
Uh-huh. And we've got Maddox next.
Well, I'm not feeling like I'm gonna be of any help.
The fact that you're not dead is pretty impressive already.
Yeah, but we have a problem in front of us. Thor has his hammer, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, that stupid hammer.
The stupid hammer and
That
his stupid
stupid-
belt.
And he's attached to the hammer, and the hammer is just a tool.
Isn't it amazing how all of the heroes
Yes.
and good guys are all
I
so
mean, it's
adorned with
it's
their
kind of a big
fashion
deal.
accessories?
Hammer is kind of a
Also-
big deal.
It is
He's
kind
an
of a
asshole.
big deal.
Oh, everybody
And it's
knows
what
that.
he uses to attack everything.
I mean, that isn't
Sometimes
true at all.
he hits them or calls lightning or kicks
He's
them
both
or
the biggest
any
and
number of
smallest
other
dick in
things.
his pantheon.
Right.
He's kind of a notorious butt kicker.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm not of any help in this situation. I've never really had magic. I will not be of any assistance without magic. So now that we're at boosted ability, I would like to try and use my stealth and my boosted ability to replace Thor's hammer as a replica of his hammer. So when he tries to use
nice.
it, I just help by hugging my friend
Yes.
and not actually using. But he won't know because I'll look and weigh exactly like it. But I'll be his hammer.
So
That
your
is
waffle
brilliant.
ability, your boosted ability, you are becoming Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is fantastic.
Maddox becomes Mjolnir.
So
That is
when
so
he
good.
uses it, he can't because I won't do anything.
Rosie.
Oh, I don't have. Okay, cool.
You just do it.
Oh, I'm done. I'm doing it. I am a hammer.
Maddox is gone, but there's another Mjolnir sitting in the ground now, besides the one in Thor's holding.
Nice.
No. That was the stealth.
Was switching him.
I was switching them. So the one on the.
How did you
there's-
move the hammer?
I just kind of slipped into it because I went like this. That's how
I understand what you're attempting to do, and it will take time to do as opposed to being instantaneous.
Okay, cool.
But there are currently 2 hammers.
Okay.
2, not 1, but 2.
All right, 2 hammers.
About to get hammered.
Rosie.
Well, I'm not dead. I'm a little high.
You're not really high?
Yeah, you're.
You also drank blood.
It's true.
I want to
God
remind. I
blood.
don't know.
I was hoping that would.
God
be
blood.
Yeah, are you gonna be a god now? No.
I don't know. Drinking god blood. Try anything. You're all real big, and that's Thor. Clearly.
Of course, you recognize the name, or you have the poster on your
Yeah,
wall.
I know. Okay. Shut up.
You're not my dad.
I'm gonna get out my phone and I'm gonna pop a selfie with Thor real quick.
Like you do.
Put the phone back.
Life goals.
Take a cigarette. I'm a 12-year-old girl. I don't know what I can do in a fight.
All right. Good
That's
job.
why I became a hammer.
When in doubt, insta it.
Thank you. I totally forgot. I just tweeted it.
I believe they say doing it for the gram.
I could
Not
stand
like
with-
Grandma
I could probably
Graham.
stand with a gram or 2 right about now.
Oh, yes, quite right. Perfectly right.
Cool.
And we will go to Thor. Waist deep in the mud.
Look, you're all dirty.
Only one of you has not manifested yet, so he's going to try and kill the one that hasn't manifested to make sure you don't.
Oh wait, has Maddox manifested?
That's you over there.
Did you manifest?
Well,
I haven't. No.
You're a hammer. You're not there.
Oh,
I'm
that's
a
fair.
hammer.
Made the stealth check as far as he doesn't see the another person. He only sees these 4.
I am.
Maybe one of the little guys got killed in the whole fight with his kids. Who knows? Mm-hmm. As far as he's concerned, you're not there. That's
Oh,
that whole
man.
stealth check thing. And he throws that hammer. And as he's throwing that hammer, is when you do the slide move and up and in. Mm-hmm. And replace his hammer that he has just thrown.
Oh, so now his hammer is out of his hands, guys. Doesn't have his hammer.
But in the process, you get to see perfectly as this little
Oh,
12-year-old
Jesus.
girl gets hit in the face with Mjolnir.
I get to check.
Well, you
you.
don't need dental anymore.
It was like, guys, don't worry though. I hit post right
good,
before
good,
it
good,
smacked
good.
it.
Thank
So
you,
like,
thank
So right
I'm
as
still
that
getting out
down
that I
this hammer hits
with
you
Thor.
at
Oh,
several thousand miles an hour, and at an impact that would be enough to, even knock, say, like the mighty Zeus flat on his ass. Mm-hmm. That's enough to turn a little girl into a pink mist in a memory, or in your case, go ahead and take off your top sheet and pull out your bottom sheet, and let us know who actually just took Mjolnir to the face.
Loki.
Yay! Also, not the first time.
Yeah.
No, there's just a.
It does knock you flat on your ass, though. And it has clearly been 13 years. You're back.
That's funny, like the thing that would have manifested her at any point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that'll jog your memory real fast.
Yeah, seriously.
How many times have you been hit with that hammer? Hundreds?
Loki just doing the sideshow Bob.
You've been
Slam.
killed by him 6 times alone, so
Yeah.
he does have an annoying habit of killing you.
Hey, Mom. Dad.
Hi.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to regret.
And because he was last,
Bossing
and
you
I
around,
want to, and we're
huh?
getting close to the end of the show, I want to use up that rule of cool for fighting
Oh,
Thor in the last
my
round,
God.
which means I need new initiative rolls from everyone because that's the rule of cool.
Was
bit.
Maddox still?
I'm a hammer.
Oh, you're a hammer.
For your rule of cool, Maddox, beginning of this round, we're going to do something before we start. So let's all do the initiatives, and then we'll touch on it.
Does anyone want to guess what number I got?
Is it 17?
I got 16.
I actually rolled 17.
8.
Hey, you got
I'm
my
gonna
number.
record all these first 8.
8.
Plus 6. Plus 4.
24.
Oh, I wonder.
18.
I gotta read my damn sheet now. Rule of cool. Oh God.
21.
All right. So I'm gonna need the rule of cool from tragedy first, but before we start the round, all around Thor are crows, seemingly out of nowhere.
Of
Just
course.
a huge, massive cloud of crows swirling all around him, and then in a brief moment of dark, powerful, horrible magic that the two of you can feel in your very bones. Thor is no longer holding Mjolnir, holding the darkest, most sinister-looking woman you've ever seen. Maddox, will you take off your top sheet and introduce yourself to everyone?
Oh God.
The Morgan? Is that pronounced correctly?
The Morrigan, yeah.
The Morgan?
Oh, no.
The Lady of Death, Fate, and War, the formless one.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Well, looks like we're redundant.
And for the first time for both of you, Loki and Tragedy, in a brief moment before we start this real cool, with his hand grabbed around the throat of the Morgan, you see for the first time ever fear in Thor's eyes.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Oh.
So,
That's called
Tragedy, rule of cool. What could
mother-daughter
you do if you do anything?
What is that?
Not into that.
Okay. What the do I do? All right. You know, I think I might use a boosted ability,
Now there's something you don't see every day.
and I might actually. What the? Wait, was it
You just
Molly
grab Death
with
around the
family
throat,
ties?
Death grip though.
No, please.
And the
Stupid idea.
propensity for
There needs to be drinks,
monologuing at people.
appetizers.
What are you attempting to do, my dear? Talk me through this. What are you trying to do?
Well, I've had 2 seconds to think about this, so I have 2
Don't
seconds
you
to think
love
about
being
this.
that person?
I read. Yeah, I don't love it. I'm gonna reach deep into.
Oh, and everyone's full avatar for the record.
Oh. Okay.
Except for yourself, Miss James. You're wherever you're at.
Full avatar.
Full avatar.
Okay.
Right.
But all of the god people, your gods are fully in control. Your pilots are in the back seat and pretty insignificant comparatively.
Okay. So.
They're the little spoon in this relationship.
All right. So remember when we robbed a bank, and I had 3 little orphans, whatever the fuck it was.
Yes.
And had a propensity for rousing speeches that changes everybody's hearts. I'm gonna use that.
What exactly you're trying to accomplish?
Family ties.
Are you trying to talk to me?
I'm not trying to talk to you. I do not have time for a mother-daughter
Explain to
moment
chat
right
so
now.
they can know to vote for you.
Okay.
What are you trying to do
All
so
right,
they
chat.
know?
I am going to reach back in time and pull Molly out of my little, I think it was Molly, out of my little shriveled heart to try to remind Thor that it's family above all, and maybe we've been through some really awful things, but don't kill us, and maybe have a change of heart that weakens you for 2 seconds so other people can do some shit.
Fair enough. I will need from yourself next the Morrigan held by the throat by Thor.
I'm next?
Yeah, you have to next for the telling us what you would do. Real cool. Remember, tell us what you would do if you would do
Molly,
anything.
or no, the Irish one, to answer. Chat.
Well, now that he has his hand around my neck, I'm gonna like
The
trap
fact
him.
that he would touch you is pretty offensive.
Oh.
This Y-spec of a Norse god would touch you.
Yes. And so his hand is around my neck. I'm looking at him with my black eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He's scared shitless.
Oh, yes.
And then as I'm trapping him in my death gaze, the hands around my neck, I very slowly start to get much bigger. And so the neck actually forms like over his body, and then my feet start to become claws, and I will form into my great terrible dragon, all black, that raises him into the air and kind of like has him with my dragon claws, like in the air holding him.
Lordy.
I'm gonna keep his beard for fun. And
I'm not ready to have a dragon thing too.
Are you ready to have a dragon thing too? And then I just kind of want to sink my claws into his shoulder blades, and with that penetration, use a life drain.
Which life drain are you using there?
Major powers?
The major power of you are going to life drain a god?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Turning into a dragon and draining the life of a god.
And then when he's dead, I'll release him and let my crows eat at his carcass so we can get our energy back for the next one.
Amun-Ra,
is
what
fit
would
to
you do?
Damn.
Well, something that not everybody knows. I've, let's just say, dabbled in quite a bit of, the trafficking of the gods. And one of the things that I always enjoy with the Norse, they're just, present company of course excluded, they're just such straightforward, simple creatures.
Idiots.
Yes. It's charming for a time. I'd just like Thor to be reminded of what it's like to be in the bad graces of his father again, as he will be, assuredly, once we have all escaped his clutches today. So I would like to use some runic magic, major, on him, and I would simply like to strike him blind.
That hardly seems fair. I'd like to give him the gift of prophecy.
Oh
wait, no. I already did that once with my wife.
Yeah.
Strike Thor blind for Amun-Ra. How about Zeus?
Oh,
What would you do if you could do anything, Zeus?
little old me? Little. I said I was little. I am not little.
Yes, how droll.
All right, lesser gods.
Such a Will Ferrell vibe.
I know, right?
You know, being not only the king of, but the best of the gods, I find that putting myself in a support role isn't usually what I'm used to. But, you know, I'm a kinder Zeus, I'm a gentler Zeus. I want to be...
Right out front.
You know, so what I do have, being king of the gods, is the ability to enhance or take away the powers of a god. In this case, I would like to use my magnificent benevolence to supercharge my friends. For whatever they are trying to do, they are going to get a big divine assist. And it's going to be awesome. And also there will probably be lightning. And I'd like to be floating while that happens. And maybe spinning in the air with my arms out, holding 2 bolts of lightning, because that would be fucking
Super Viagra.
What about you, Loki?
sweet. Just high enough where I can look down all of their shirts.
Unbelievable.
That makes sense.
I'm
Yeah.
a dragon.
You're a dragon with a shirt, and don't think I wouldn't hit it.
Right on brand.
So one of the things I hate the most is currently in the clutches of the Morrigan. So
You're
Well,
going
she's
to
in the
sit
process
back
of shape
and
change.
Like
Yeah.
another joint.
Keep in mind that this is happening, will be happening at once.
right,
This is
but also we've said beforehand that he had his hand around her throat
Around her
before the
throat,
start.
yeah.
So I'm aware of who he's touching at the moment.
Yes.
Cool. I think I'll make some popcorn appear next to me, and then maybe just for funsies, wherever Thor's eye line is, we'll just do a little Ragnarok sequence, like I've started the end of the world, just so we can if he can watch it happening.
He will see all of that within the eyes of the Morrigan. I have made it so.
Yeah. So I think it's popcorn time, and
Yep.
a little Ragnarok action because I'm not interfering. Fuck that.
He is definitely punching above his weight class in that
Yeah.
square off.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let that happen. I don't know if I have to tell you this. Do I have to tell you when I want to learn someone's shape or image?
Not at all.
Great. I know you look like it's cool. No big deal.
Not at all. It's kind of your thing.
Yeah, no, I'm totally using.
I mean,
that.
you've spent more time being other people than being yourself.
Well, I know, but now that I can be that.
Okay, wait. So to
Yeah.
clarify,
You're like a
we can
shapeshifter,
change our shape before we do this.
I'm
Well,
a shapeshifter.
Some of you can do it, some of you
I
can't, some of
also
you are
have a
limited.
glamour. I have a glamour.
It is
Yeah,
not
no,
the
I
same
can-
as changing.
You
my
do have a
shape.
glamour.
Real,
My
like a
basic
true
appearance,
duplicate,
clothing, eye
shape
color,
change.
hair
Yes.
color, etc. Okay.
That'll just
Yeah.
come in handy later if I
But in
can
their
be
case,
more
like, they could turn into a goat or.
Right.
I can get them in parties.
And particularly in the case of the Morgan, she really is formless.
Right.
She has no established.
Looking
shape.
good, tragedy.
Zeus, there's a time and a place.
Yep.
No, it's not where you think it is.
It's always right here, right now, Amun-Ra.
Good grief.
Always. Eat shit, nerd.
Here's to another millennia. Fuck me, right?
Imagine dragons.
Missed you all.
Okay.
I did
Surprise,
not miss you at all,
surprise.
but it's good to see you anyway.
So
You
are
look
you
good.
surprised you're playing
I
gods?
see you.
Yeah, that's delightful.
Just came back as a chick again.
I did.
That's awesome. It's awesome. Very forward of you. I'm thinking about doing it one of these days.
I feel like that would be a step back, actually.
Wait, why?
Just, I feel like maybe you would be saying.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
this
The female
side.
form is more
Oh, whoa,
complicated.
it went too fast.
Oh, wait.
Winner, Maddox.
Yes.
Hang on, I got.
Yep.
Let me use. I forgot I have a mouse. I can make.
Oh, there you
I
go.
can make it so we can read it.
Oh, 2-5, 2-5.
You kill a dragon, then suck out his life. The
Yes.
dragon is just a style
Yep.
on
Yep.
it. Results.
Okay.
Yep. That looks like
Appeal
it.
to horse betters.
In fact, you got all the votes.
That's not all of them.
We're calling it all.
It's basically all.
Just most of them. As well she should.
All right, so let's start with everyone else first who didn't get voted. Because it's going to be the most important to everyone else's, I'm actually going to start over with Zeus to see if he's capable of enhancing.
Oh, I'm boosting the shit out of all of you. There's no way I'm
Hell
gonna fail at this. Not a chance. No way this could go wrong. I'm the best.
Oh, pray for us.
Yeah, I rolled a 9, so I actually am the best.
You
Sorry.
actually managed to succeed. Everyone is enhanced because you have chosen to enhance all 3 of gods or all 4 characters.
All 3 of the gods.
All 3 of the gods. This is 3 major exertions. Zeus, you're a little tired.
I would imagine. Yeah.
That is 3 major exertions.
Wow, okay.
But that is successful, so all of you are enhanced beyond your normal powers by Zeus.
Except presumably me. Wow.
Except
cute.
presumably you. So all of the others
I don't
besides
want to over-channel.
besides Max who didn't get voted on, you're all gonna have to roll. She's not. So I want to see rolls for what you planned on doing. A little family time reminding going on down there, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna change my basic appearance just enough to look a little like Odin. Except I'm not sure. Do I sound like Mary? Do I sound like Tragedy? Who do I sound like?
Well, you would sound similar to Odin when you took the face
Perfect.
of Odin.
Wonderful.
Voice replication is something you do
Fuck.
remarkably.
You want me just to turn you into Odin?
So go ahead and give me a persuasion
I
roll,
don't-
but remember you're at a -5 because you did not get voted in place. And if you don't have the persuasion skill,
And I'm on. Okay, I do have persuasion.
okay,
Okay.
at a -5 penalty.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like that.
Really?
Wait a minute. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Wait, persuasion 14. Not even kind of. Wait. Yes. No, I am.
With,
Right
So
with the 5?
5-point penalty.
Yeah.
Right.
Right on.
Oh.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay.
It is enough to distract him for just a moment, but he is not particularly convinced. But it will be a deciding factor. So we still have the 2 of you.
Yes.
Oh, I would defer. Set
Yours
off
is
Ragnarok.
pretty simple. So.
Yeah, I mean, since I got extra juice from Zeus, I think I
It's
had
a really good illusion.
I had extra buttered popcorn,
Okay.
Yep.
right?
And tell us about your illusions.
oh, they're perfect.
Gotta give me that Zeus
They're
juice.
And how perfect are they?
That even a god can't figure out if it's an illusion or not. That's how good they are.
So your perfect illusion, penalty of 5.
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong dice. I just rolled 12s. Okay. 9 and 5, so 13. I mean,
14.
Sorry.
Power usage is what you are using for an illusion.
God.
Great, so I beat it by 4.
Beat it by 4, and it is the most believable illusion
Yeah, that
of the
looks
beginning. In fact, it's so convincing that if you weren't aware that she was doing an illusion, you would be convinced as well that those damn Norse were doing it again. They already did this whole Ragnarok thing
Always
once.
with the damn Ragnarok.
Hey, Thor, stop sleeping around. Oh, see you in 13 years. Bye.
Almond Rob, tell us about this.
Would that be a combat-based skills?
I believe that'd be a combat-based skill.
Cool.
Would make the most sense.
So I want to try and utilize the ability first to try and strike him blind, and then try and mimic Odin's voice.
Okay.
So use that first.
14.
If I use the +5, that'll hit it dead on.
Then you hit it dead on, and you, unlike Balthazar, are a god, and therefore your magic is not subject to his reflection back upon the caster.
Sweet.
He has somewhat resistance to it, but in the case of yourself being Amun-Ra, it is not enough to resist the power of your sorcery, and you have struck Thor blind. It will likely not be permanent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my erstwhile son, you have failed us again. Once again, leaving me to come and fix all of this. Damn it, you even let Ragnarok happen again. We already did that one!
We can see.
That was a pretty good one.
I go to all that trouble to make a perfect illusion, and you take it away. You knock him blind.
No. He sees it first, so he thinks it's happening, and now he's blind.
And it's been doubled up upon with the Odin juice there. Now yourself, you convert to this dragon form. Let's reiterate that. It is a dragon.
Yeah!
Is it a black dragon?
Pure black, like the
Pale.
color of smoke.
Everything I change into is black. Like black.
About the size of 6 elephants put
Yes.
together.
Yes.
I'm imagining 6 elephants sewn together right now. Thank you so much.
Human centipede style, or like ass to ass, or on top of each other?
Kind of like on top of each other in the shape of a dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable for everyone, but you know, at least they're not shitting in each other's mouths. Go on.
Are we done?
We are done. I'm just letting you know that was my brain. That was connected to nobody
And in the
else.
process of this shape change, it ends up kind of a switch, whereas he was holding the Morgan by the neck off the ground. By the time the shape change ends, Thor is off the ground being held. And that look of fear grew more and more until his eyes just went a straight blank, and you can see his skin starts to shrivel up. His hair gets whiter and grayer, and for a moment you can even see his
He
bones
looks like
through his
Odin.
flesh.
He'll hate that.
Eat a sandwich.
And as you are draining the life from his body, a bolt of lightning strikes down and he is gone.
Typical. Well, we just gave Thor a spanking. His dad's gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna try to pick up the hammer.
It's gone.
So, your brother. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
I'm never running for office.
Well, you can, but it won't work.
You are certain it is only a matter of time before more show up, and with enough force that even yourselves would risk.
Can we ride a dragon the rest of the way?
Where did you say the place was that we're going? Because Shazam.
That way, yes.
And you teleport away. Yes, that's right. They teleported away. And you can do that, right?
Yes, I can. King of the sky, baby.
Now, the base is a collection of trucks and RVs with a loose perimeter of about a few dozen total people left. It looks like your rebellion has shrunk dramatically since your death all those years ago. But we'll find out more about that next time. But that's the end of what I want to do for a show. We do have a prize for that?
No, I need to finish
Too
it.
involved.
I got a
I'm
little too
sorry.
invested, but I'll have it. I'll have a couple for you at the beginning of next show.
Well, we were going to have a waffle for you, but I pushed too hard for that one. So we'll have more waffles for you later. Because apparently we got another one today, I believe. Got another one.
Yep.
Delightful.
Which is why I'm doing at least 2 next week. So.
Okay, so at least 2 waffles will be happening next week, maybe more.
Yay.
If anyone else wants to volunteer to do so.
But I'm doing all of the songs as Zeus on the sound.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
there you go.
that's fair. That's
But yep, we
Dare I
love
say
you all.
mandatory.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Have a great night. Maybe if you have time, stop in, say hi on Thursday when we're playing some BattleTech, and otherwise. We'll
And
see
check
you
out the
Monday.
Kickstarter for the last game.
Oh yeah,
board. I
that
think it's
last
gonna
game
be-
board.
it's
It
gonna
is
be
really
sweet.
cool. I only looked at one of the features that it could do, and the idea of having your drawn out board that you have for all these different like D&D type games where you're moving, just push of a button. There's the inside of that room looks like. Push of a button. There's what the inside of that room looks like.
Yeah.
No longer setting up a bunch of cardboard pieces together and arranging them, putting all the miniatures on it. Click, click, and you spend more time playing a game and less time setting up a game.
Also, don't forget to join us on Thursday for the GM Jams birthday special for Zoe Game Night.
heck yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play some weird BattleTech.
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a
I've been
blast.
pouring over the optional rules for that one.
Yeah.
Sprinting, hurried movement, jumping. You're gonna see it all.
Yeah, we're gonna do some crazy stuff.
Thank you guys for joining us. We love you. Good night.
Thank you.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse that travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.